Welcome to Canada.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's
is-
go. Yo.
It
Welcome. Tea Time Canada edition on my couch in my basement with the air conditioning on.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
It's incredibly...
Unlike your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The car. There
Yeah.
is no air conditioner in the car. I tried to fix it before everyone got here, and it's like, oh, surely it won't be super hot till everyone's here. And then it turns out that the drive home was pretty hot.
Yeah, how was that?
It was like an inferno. Yeah, I felt like I was going to collapse several times, and
Yeah,
we had to make an ice cream stop about halfway.
yeah. You
Yeah.
had no choice. It wasn't even for the flavor. It was
Yeah.
like the temperature.
Well, let's just say that I was the Sonic.
Yeah, and
You
that's
were the Sonic.
Yeah. I was the Sonic, and the heat was the Knuckles.
Yeah, it's crazy. And yeah, that is actually worth noting here. This is a very, very special episode of Teton. Not only are we here live, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, that's actually crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird. I wake up every day thinking, wait a minute, Sneb is mere meters away from me. And so is Darens. Like, they're so nearby. But also, we have a bit of a live audience going. You might have kind of spied some of these gamers on some of the other streams that we did, right? We've got Jade and Bozo here as well, just observing. Oh, they're going to
Yeah.
come say hi as
They're
well.
in.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, and also
Yeah,
big...
they're-
Yeah,
they're
there
in
we
there.
go.
There it is.
Yep. Yo, what's up? Yeah, and obviously they were also running with us as well. We're going to talk about Guild Wars 2 first a little bit, right? I think we
Yeah.
are going to tell some stories and talk about the trip
I've
a little
got some
bit.
stories. We came up with a new thing, you know. For those of you that are in on the double dragon meme, there's
way.
now there is now single serpent. That is the new. There is a single serpent meme. It's new.
Yeah. And look, that's more of that a little bit later, but I think like one thing that's kind of interesting is that we actually, because of how fast things have been moving for the last kind of couple of weeks, we actually haven't had a proper catch up about 3.
That
Right,
is
like
true.
about
the
that
nuke.
announcement. Like not us. Like obviously we've, you know, I'm sure, you know, you've also been talking to your stream about it. Like I've talked to my stream about it, but we haven't kind of all joined up and talked about it. And of course, there have been some pretty interesting developments actually. Like there was a blog post that I have definitely read. Darren's has 100%.
I have also
I have.
definitely read it.
Yeah,
I
and
did.
he will-
The only reason why there's no slop about it is because the camping site had no internet.
Yeah.
That is the only reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess we can just kind of go there. Like, how are you feeling about 3, man?
How am I feeling about
Yeah.
3? I am feeling very good about 3.
Yeah.
Yes. I think we talked about this last time, but the biggest thing I'm most interested in is a complete change of pace. I feel like I'm getting old, and the kind of games that I like changes. I think anybody, if 5 years passes, the kind of things that you like just change a little bit. And I found myself the last maybe year and a half sort of thinking, there's parts of Guild Wars 2 that I don't enjoy as much as I used to. I still like the game, but I feel like I'm just ready for something new. I want to try something new. I want to see, you know, my tastes have changed a little bit. I'm particularly interested in some of these hints that have happened where they're talking about how the game might be smaller scale to some extent. I think that's really intriguing to me because one of the big pain points for Guild Wars 2 for me right now is just group formation and sort of the politics of groups. So if a group, if instead of 10-player content, it's a little bit smaller, I think I'd be kind of more excited about that, actually.
Yeah, and we can kind of tie that into some of the news that came about recently, right? Because like there was a bit of stuff going on about how it is going to be a little bit smaller scale, right? Some of the group sizes are going to be a bit smaller. It seems like that's going to be the way to go, and that would make a lot of sense, right? Because like one thing that I think some people are getting a bit baited into, thinking that Guild Wars 3 is going to be Guild Wars 2, but in Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
It makes no
Yeah.
sense.
It's not going to be that, right? Like it's very much going to be its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't
you're-
want it to have a lot of overlap.
It has
So
to be a big
yeah,
game.
I think, you know, a lot of what we've seen so far is definitely indicating, you know, a lower player count, like potentially, I don't know, like 10 players, like 15 players, right? Like anywhere in that region, like, and a smaller party size. Like some people are speculating 4 players in a party, right? Versus 5 rather. For example, of course, none of that's confirmed, but that's like some of the iconography's been tipping people off a little bit.
Yeah,
That might be happening.
I am a little bit happy with the latest post because I think a
Yeah.
lot of people were like, it's going to be smaller. That means that it's going to be 5 people. It's going to be just like Guild Wars 1 instanced. But in the latest post, they said they talked a little bit more about like making it more open world than something like Guild Wars 2, even more seamless world. So I think maybe it'll be smaller scale, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be like Guild Wars 1 or Destiny 2, where it's not a real MMORPG. I think it will be. It's just we don't know exactly the details yet.
It's
Darren's-
a single player game.
I've seen those comments. I've seen many of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need Darren's to put the entire microphone in his mouth. That's what I'm gonna need.
You're gonna need
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Boots is asking for it. He wants you to
Like,
eat
they
the mic.
want that.
I'm
Yeah.
not doing that on stream. I'm not doing that on stream.
It's my microphone.
That's gonna
It's
be the next new mic, dude. The new Guild Wars 2
We're
clip.
not in the microphone licking meta anymore.
Oh.
Like that's over.
You want it back? Though.
Wait, are you sure about that, dude?
I think it's over. That
Is
that
it
ended a
over?
long time
I think
ago.
it
on
is.
Twitch, like 2 years ago.
Have you been checking? You've been checking up on the ASMR
Well,
category?
it turns out that 2 years ago, if you just went to the Twitch homepage, that you'd see a bunch of people licking microphones.
Yeah.
Which was a little disturbing.
And that's your algorithm, though.
Yeah.
That's your algorithm. Like, if you see that,
I don't
that
think
means you've
that was
been
my
looking for it.
algorithm. I think that's just what happened.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, kind of back to the video game, away from microphone licking, I
Yeah.
guess. But yeah, like it's interesting to see like some of the player concerns that have come up regarding 3. I think because like obviously I think we're all pretty into it. I think like the main concerns people have had that I think might be kind of worth talking about is that like Guild Wars 2 is gonna die and just be completely abandoned.
Clip that.
Right, and that Guild Wars 3 is not an MMO. Like, I think those are like the
Yeah.
two big
Yeah,
concerns
I
that I
agree.
see kind of come up there. And obviously, you know, there are going to be details that will be revealed at some point in the future, like from ArenaNet directly. But I think just the communication that has been coming out has been. I don't know. Like, I'm not super worried about this. Like, are
I'm
you
not
worried
either.
about that, Darren?
No,
I'm not super worried.
I'm
about
not.
This.
I think ArenaNet would just not do something that doesn't make sense for a game like this big,
Yeah.
and that it's such an important deal for their company. Because like if they want to do Guild Wars 3, which they obviously do, they have to have a reason for it to have Guild Wars 2 as still something important. But also they mention like it's an MMORPG. They're not. That's what they do. They just probably are gonna make whatever it is that is smaller scale will have an important impact in how the game is played. And it does seem like at least in 2026. People are kind of moving, developers are moving towards a little bit more. You know, having the benefits of having a little bit less people while also having large scale. Because at the end of the day, does it really matter if it's 50 people or 30? Not really. But it does affect how the gameplay is. So I think whatever they're cooking, it's going to be those positives while also feeling an MMO and working like an MMO. We just don't have the details.
Yeah, and I think that was something that was in the recent post, right? They're talking about a large open world,
A large
less
amount, yeah.
loading screens, right? Like in the interview as well.
Yeah.
And so and that like doesn't say MMO light, right? That's very much
No.
I think in the direction of like, yeah, this is going to be like a full-fledged MMO.
I think they're trying to reassure us that it's going to be like that without spoiling too much.
Yeah.
Because there will be obviously changes between now and whenever it's released.
And I think a pretty interesting comparison to this is actually a game like Classic WoW, right?
Yeah.
Because
yes.
in Classic WoW, it's a full open world, very much an MMO, and you have large player congregations, like you have meeting spots, like in the town cities, like you go out and people do raids and stuff like that, and there's like big player counts. But a lot of the time, especially when you're leveling in a game like that, like you're just running into like a couple of people randomly.
Yeah.
Like maybe you group up to take down an elite quest, like you group up to go into a dungeon, like that sort of thing. But it's still very much an MMO. Like even though like the actual number of players that you're interacting with is a little bit less. And I think what's interesting there is that like I've always felt that in a way like those interactions are in a way more meaningful than they are if you just like have like 50 people there, because you can't really interact with 50 people all at the same time, right? Like maybe if you're all on voice, right? You're all on voice, you're all screaming into the microphone, that kind of stuff. Then yeah, you can. But like if you're just playing the game, you're not really gonna have like a proper meaningful interaction with like 50 people at the same time, like maybe like 5 to 10.
Yeah, and to be fair, I do think you can still have that 50-man interaction. It's just the game doesn't have to be built around it, like Guild Wars 2 is to an extent. Because Guild Wars 2 is a little bit like Zergs in War vs. World, open world bosses with 50 people, but you can still have that. Like Black Desert, I think, is a way more like kind of small scale video game, but you still have wall bosses, right? And they work.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
so
you have loads of players fighting.
And yeah, sure, the company's not perfect for that. But like you can still have that experience that is like, oh my god, look at all these people in here and whatever. That you can still have it.
And we've seen the artwork, right? Some of the artwork that's come out for 3, like with the 3 characters fighting that big kind of ice monster thing.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Look, spoiler alert, there's going to be some kind of like big,
world
like world boss.
There's
yeah, like
100%,
yeah. Like you're going to have some kind of world boss situation. Where like players are going to congregate, and like it's not going to be exactly like Guild Wars 2, obviously, but you're going to have like these things that are going to attract players together, right? Like to do stuff.
Yeah, like the moment you play Guild Wars 2, the first time you go into Queenstone and you see the Shadow Behemoth.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That gets you in.
Yeah,
and and that's sometimes enough. Even though Shadow Behemoth is not that great of a fight.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, by the way, we are looking at the chat. We've got it up on the TV over there. Shout out to Awesomeness in the chat. ArenaNet Dev, obviously.
The chat is so funny.
Yeah, you're enjoying the
Sneb
chat.
Is not even paying attention to us at
You guys are
all.
like talking. I'm like, I just reading the chat.
Wait, what is so funny? What is so funny?
I think they were talking about the serpent, bro. I think someone might have mentioned the serpent.
He's done.
They
He's actually
He has to
done.
take a break.
They said to crack your knuckles if you're in danger, so I did this. And then Awesomeness put the knuckles inside. I'm crying. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too
Do you have
good.
any... oh no, dude, you've got me as well now.
And then somebody said how much to have Darens remove his socks.
Yeah,
And it's 20 subs, by the way,
20 subs
per sock.
per sock. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But
20 subs and Darens removes one sock.
wait, what do you do? You have any thoughts on that? Snap?
Off screen,
Like,
of
me and
course.
Darren
Yeah.
just kind of carrying the show here. Like, do you have any?
I-
do you have any
I
input?
I just like the chat. The chat is really carrying the show. It's freaking
Yeah?
hilarious. Holy.
Well, if it's 20 subs, I'm getting half of that, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is for...
Do a little
Did you know it's actually
doing that.
illegal
revenue
to
I'm
do
gonna
that?
get you
Yeah.
banned. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
that's
man.
bannable.
Wait, is it?
If someone says I'll pay you 20 subs to remove a sock, and I remove the sock, I think you can get banned.
You can be
Can you
banned
actually?
for that?
I think you, yeah.
Oh man.
I think you do.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
then
I'm not
that
doing it.
didn't happen.
You guys
Do
are
your
gonna have
best.
to come to mine. No, okay.
There's an alternate website where Darren's does such requests.
Mm. Yeah.
How do you know that?
You told me about it while we were camping.
Well.
It's crazy.
Like what? You know what
Nice.
I'm learning so far is that when we
What?
do this in real life, like it gets derailed.
It gets derailed extremely
Like,
easily. Yeah.
immediately getting
The
derailed.
chat, okay, look, chat. You can't see this, but we have the chat on my big screen TV. I feel like I'm watching a movie, but but it's actually I'm not watching it. I'm reading it, and,
Yeah.
and there's like a whole plot with just weird emotes and stuff. It's-
And you know what? You know what's crazy about the stream, by the way? The audio is pretty good first try. So yo,
Yeah.
ArenaNet, if you guys need some help,
It
like,
took us 30 minutes.
yeah, our DMs are open. We did a little sound check. I downloaded VLC to play the file back because Windows wasn't having any of it.
We adjusted the gain up and down.
We twiddled some knobs. Right, we were like playing with some knobs.
It took us like an hour. It took us like an hour.
It did take a while, but that's only because we have two audio interfaces.
One is not connected.
One is not even connected. And, like you're
I-
holding
Wait,
a
dude,
mic.
can we take a? I'm gonna take a.
I
Yeah,
wish I had
honestly.
another. Yeah, you should take a picture and then post it as a link in the chat because I'm telling you, it's like scuffed as hell. But
Yeah,
it's
we'll do that.
like we have the camera on my kid's mini basketball.
That is-
hoop.
That is true, actually. That
It
is
says
true.
best restaurant in town.
Yeah, they made a fake restaurant and were serving everyone the other day.
Yeah.
It's about as scuffed as you can possibly make it, but it's very good at the
Yeah.
same time.
What
Yeah.
is even on that pizza, by the way? What are the toppings there?
Looks like an onion and a banana.
It's
to
like a
me, but-
whole. They're serving a whole onion.
Yeah,
An
guess.
onion.
I
you
kind of
say.
wait. Can we like? No, we can't take it down. We're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
you
gonna
can
be
you
show
take
the
that
stream,
down.
but, like,
They'll
we're
kill
gonna
I can
you
take a
guys
picture.
later.
I'll
Like
try
we
and
can't
take
do
a
that.
with care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're taking a. Are you gonna link it in the chat?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
there we
oh
I'm
go.
taking
my
the picture.
gosh.
There we go.
Well,
I'm
can
go-
I
I'm
just
gonna-
tell
I'm gonna DM
camping
it to you,
stories
I'll just
now?
do it.
I've just been waiting for my
Wait, you-
moment.
Wait,
Okay, we
wait,
talked
that's
about
a big
we
difference.
have
I
to
don't
do-
care. I just want to talk about
No.
the camping story.
We
no,
have
no,
to
no,
do at least the other concern about Guild Wars 3 and
Okay.
2.
What's
That Guild
the
Wars 2 is
other
dead.
concern?
You want to talk about like Double Dragon? Yeah, because okay, this kind of surprised me. Did you guys see this? Like immediately
Yeah.
after the announce, Bandrel called me up, and he was destroyed, like mentally annihilated. He was just saying, "Look at this Guild Wars 2 efficiency graph. It's over. Like the
Whoa.
game is dead."
Wait, there's no way. The chat would never agree with that, right? Guild Wars 2 is not dead. That's insane.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's dead or whether it's not. It's some people.
This,
Wait, you can't say that.
You can't
You
say
can't
that.
say that. You
Like-
can't say that.
It's not funny, guys. And you know the best part about that? The chat's not on the stream, so people watching the VOD will never know.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
But I mean, okay, look. Okay. real talk. I don't think Guild Wars 2 is going to be.
No.
Like, even throughout the maintenance period of the next 18 months, like, if anything, like, are you not expecting the player count to kind of go up? I'm expecting the player count to kind of go up over the next 18 months, right?
I still remember when they announced Guild Wars 2, and everyone was like, Guild Wars 1 is dead. But then
it actually was, though.
But then it wasn't. For like 2 years, everyone was like, gotta get that Hall of Monuments, bro. And then there was like an insane gold selling ring. But anyway,
Bro, how do you know these things, bro?
My friend came to me one time. He's like, bro, I bought like 1 million gold. And I was like, you're going to get banned. And then he didn't. I don't know how that happened.
Wait, he bought gold in Guild Wars 1?
Yeah. Because he wanted to get the Hall of
everyone does,
Monuments.
It's like the entire economy in 1 is run by bots. You know
Well,
that, right?
no, but this was like in 2010.
That's like just after the 2 announcement?
Yeah, he's like, bro, I'm so getting all the Hall of Monuments. Then he like took his parents' credit card and just swiped.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was pretty wild.
Guild Wars 2 will not die. It'll be
no,
fine.
it won't. It, like,
Yeah, can
Guild
you
Wars
stop
1
derailing my streams?
No,
man?
you derailed it further. I was saying that in Guild Wars 1 this didn't happen because when Hall of Monuments was released, everybody went to Hall of Monuments because they were really excited for the sequel and they wanted to like get the unlocks.
Yeah.
So there's no I actually think Guild Wars 2 will become more popular for a while. And then Guild Wars 3 releases and then the graph will dip for a while, but then people will be like, actually maybe I like Guild Wars 2. I think there's gonna be 3 different games that appeal to different audiences.
Yeah.
And ideally what happens is that people, when there's like kind of a dull moment in one of the games, they go and play one of the other games.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like, didn't we literally see? Didn't ArenaNet actually said that there was a 40% increase or something like that?
Yeah.
So obviously that's not going to stay forever.
Just after the announcement.
Obviously it's not going to be 40% now. It's probably going to be like, I don't know, 10 or 20. But nothing has happened. Like, we don't have Halls of Monuments yet. The moment the Halls of Monuments comes out, it's going to be way more than 40%.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like Guild Wars 2, to an extent, like, you can't grow that much more anymore. Like, we got as big as we could to an extent.
The game you think it's peaking?
Okay, what would you do to make Guild Wars 2 peak more? Like, I don't think there's that much to be done. But Guild Wars 3 kind of gives that to it.
You know, weirdly enough, yeah, I actually agree. Like, I think in a way, Guild Wars 3 will probably introduce the Guild Wars franchise to a new audience.
Yeah.
I think because Guild Wars 2 is kind of old, right? Like, people think what they think about the game, and that's it, right? Like, it's kind of like very fixed in people's minds, I think. Like, because ultimately the game's old, right? And people have played it, people have quit, people have like just gone, no, I don't want to play that. But like, that's all within like the MMO audience, like the current pool of MMO players. I think 3 is definitely looking to kind of widen that net a little bit, right, and expand to a bit of a wider audience. So yeah, I think that like you probably will see some people like seeing the game like from a different audience pool perhaps.
Yeah.
Which could like really benefit Guild Wars 2, I think.
And returning players too, like.
Yeah, for sure.
I think there's a lot of streamers that or played Guild Wars 2 and because that happened a lot. I think people would come to Guild Wars 2, they would really like it, and then they were like, okay, I got it, and then they would leave. This time maybe they don't do that until Guild Wars 3 is here, which is honestly pretty beneficial for the game. And some people really need an excuse to play the game because like you like it a lot, you like Guild Wars 2, but it's like, oh, but like I could play something else. Maybe that has, I don't know, I wouldn't say a better future, but maybe you have like more to spend. Like, I don't know how you even say it. Like, I feel like when you play WoW, you really, really are like, oh my god, I'm gonna be there forever. What are you laughing at?
The chat is just
what
trolling.
happened?
The chat is just going crazy.
What happened?
I'm gonna have to edit the chat into the video, I think. Like the chat.
You kind of have to.
Yeah.
What happened?
But no, look, to re-rail, because look, I want to get to the point where Sneb can tell his campsite stories, because I don't think he is not like he despises Guild Wars. He is not interested.
He's
in fact,
trying to kill
just this day, he said he doesn't like Guild Wars.
Whoa, that was crazy. You guys got to go into my museum.
Yeah.
You think I don't like Guild Wars?
Yeah.
I just hate collect the game.
Yeah. He hate watches Guild Wars 2.
There's a lot of people that
I hate watch, hate stream.
He buys the merch so that the players who actually like the game can't have it. But that's his actual end game.
Perfect.
But yeah, no, I think that like Guild Wars 2 is certainly going to benefit from like all of this hype, all of this energy. And I think, look, it's worth noting, and this is where I feel a little bit confused with people worried about Guild Wars 2. It's going back to normal after 3 releases. Like, it's literally going back to yearly expansions.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It's like,
which we can talk about this. It would be maybe a bit of a rail, but like, what do you think the expansions would look like? You think those yearly ones?
Well, I think that is like the concern hidden within this concern
Yeah,
about Guild
yeah,
Wars 2
yeah.
dying. It's not that people are like, oh, then they're going to stop updating the game. I think the concern is it might get updated in a potentially different way, right? And there has been like a pretty strong statement regarding going back to an expansion approach, right? That was kind of confirmed that it is there. You know, there are going to be expansions after Guild Wars 3's release, like after this kind of like maintenance period or whatever. I
don't know why you said that. Like,
look, I'm sorry. I like. It's not my fault. It's Grouch's fault.
that is true.
It is Grouch's
Well,
fault.
He said
Yeah, it was
maintenance.
Grouch.
I mean,
It was
he didn't, look,
Grouch's
I,
He said
I
the
was
word.
being nice there. He didn't say maintenance period. He said maintenance mode.
Yeah, he
Like,
did.
Colin
He
That was
did.
a
saved
bit of a
it.
slip.
He did
And
say
got
it. It's like,
to-
oh, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, like that. This is not on me. But yeah,
Shout out
obviously-
Grouch.
Shout out to Grouch,
Shout out to
yeah.
Grouch, our savior.
Uh,
Look at the
Wait, wait, Mexican?
What? Wait, what?
Look, this Mexican guy is zesty.
Zesty.
You're not Mexican.
I'm not Mexican,
Yeah.
bro.
I feel like that
Wrong
deserves a
country.
That
huh?
is a bit weird, bro.
Yeah,
That's a weird comment.
Yeah.
But I mean, well, are you feeling zesty today?
Have you not
I
been
feel
reading
all
the
the
chat?
time.
There's
I
like
feel just
loads
all
of
the time.
comments about Darren's attire. Like they're
Yeah.
all like based.
Yeah.
Handsome.
Darren's is looking cool, no?
Look, it's because it's hot, and I want to protect
Yeah.
myself from burning my legs, so I'm not wearing shorts. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And it works. This
Yeah.
are
I
good.
do like how you managed to like sunburn like only your hand.
Yeah,
Nothing
that it
else.
actually did happen.
How's that even possible?
Well, I
Like-
didn't cover my hand. I didn't think about that one. Like, Jesus Christ. Today, I was actually hiding my hands because I forgot to put sunscreen. I just hid them everywhere
Yeah.
all day.
Trimple as. Exactly. Yeah.
Stops for sub.
What's the Kermit thing?
Yeah. It's Trimple as. That. Do you know what that
No,
emote is?
I
is
like it.
it is
though. It's
very
That's
actually
that's
funny.
Trimple as.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's good. It's like, oh,
Yeah. Wait. What is this message from Trig? Okay. Do you see what Trig just said? He said that I am the Knuckles and you are the Sonic.
Look, whatever needs to be done.
These devs, man, like they're out of control today.
Did y'all go to Tim Hortons? We had some Timbits earlier. We haven't actually gone in. My
You
wife
did.
went and
I
grabbed
didn't get
Timbits.
any. You didn't know from me.
Yeah. And we had, didn't we get
They're up there.
Yeah,
didn't
well,
we
I
get Tim
didn't know if
Hortons
we could take them.
on the day before on the day of the
Oh yeah,
half?
my wife went and ran
yeah,
and got.
we
got-
got a bunch of
They've had
Timbits.
Timmy's, but they haven't been in Timmy's.
Yeah.
They haven't had the full
Yeah,
experience.
and I've got like the Canada gift bag as well
Yeah,
from
that's true.
Jade.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
literally it's
Oh
right
my God,
here,
it's right
actually.
here. Holy.
Yeah.
Let's
see.
go.
This is
What
good
have we
content.
actually got in here? We've got
Let's go.
The orange.
we got the
something?
orange. Got some tea here.
Orange Pico, Twinnings.
And like what else have we got? Oh yeah, we've got like the chips, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the ketchup
Oh,
chips.
Yeah. Look at this.
Let's
we got the
go.
ketchup chips
There you
in there
go.
as well.
We did try
Yeah.
all seasoned.
And we
as
have
well.
a variety of treats here as well. Got a mousse, perhaps.
I think it is a moose. We
There we
did
go.
see a
Wait,
moose. We did
pause.
see a moose too.
Wait, what do you mean
Did,
pause?
did you guys see that Darkbringer changed his name to Guild Wars 3?
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
did you not only know?
No,
this
I
now?
just noticed that.
He hates Guild Wars 2 now. He hates
Yeah.
it.
He completely discarded Guild Wars 2
he
already.
discarded it.
And that's like a
Yeah.
week ago.
Oh, and look at this. Even, well, this is very important as well. Okay, that's big.
Canadian
Canadian
Tire
Tire
even
money.
have-
Holy.
A little bit of
Oh,
maple
yeah.
syrup, guys. Yeah, look at
That's
that.
big.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very
that's
big.
crazy. And you know, like I guess this isn't Canadian, but we have Chinese tea
We
as
have
well,
Chinese
Yeah.
tea,
which is also good.
which we got somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, there was a
my
store. I don't
gosh.
know what to tell you. Like, I don't know. We
Yeah.
got some Chinese. tea.
All
It's
right.
very good. It's very good.
We need to tell
It
the
is very
camping story. I'm gonna explode.
Dude,
I can't contain it
okay,
any
fine.
longer.
Look,
I
can
don't
we,
even
can we
wanna
not
talk
just
about
finish this
Guild Wars
topic? Can we?
anymore.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Look,
Let's
okay,
finish this
right.
topic. Let's
Let me
finish
just
it.
round this up, guys. Guild Wars 3, it's going to be an MMO. They've said MMO actually like 15 million times. It will have probably less players than 2, but it's still going to have a bunch of them. And Guild Wars 2 isn't dead because they're going to do more expansions. And Hall of Monuments is going to blow the game up, and I'm going to make 10 accounts and farm ad revenue with like a new series, okay?
Yeah, there you
Sneb,
go.
go.
Good. All right, the camping trip was sick. So, some context here. I invited tons of people to go camping with no plan, really. They don't know this, but I I invited everyone. It's like, don't worry, I'll take care of everything. But then people started saying yes. And the problem was that then it created a bit of a domino effect. So a few people said yes, but then like more people said yes. And then there came a point when I realized I don't actually have that much camping stuff. So for the past 4 months, I've been on Facebook Marketplace buying like every tent, every sleeping mat. Like 3 days before the event, I started begging people to borrow sleeping bags and stuff. And then at some point, I had all these tents, but I didn't actually test any of them. Or you guys don't know this. I didn't actually set any of them up before we went camping.
Whoa! Wait,
So I took a massive risk because if any of them were like broken or like couldn't be set up,
we had to share.
Yeah, we were just kind of screwed. Like we were going to be in trouble. Yeah. So the tent economy where I live now is kind of crazy because I bought all
economy.
of them. Yeah. Yeah. So that was good. We went out there. We did run the half marathon.
That's true.
Yeah, I gotta say, okay, this is my experience. I started by walking because technically I went to the doctor and he said you would be insane to run the half marathon after you broke your foot like 3 months ago. You cannot do that. But he didn't tell me I couldn't walk it. He wasn't explicit enough. So I decided I was going to walk it. I walked about 9K and my ego took over, right? All of these old women kept passing me and they were like walking like this, right?
And his ego took over.
I was like,
over.
I cannot, I cannot. This is just not okay.
He would sooner break his feet again.
Yeah. So I started a light jog, right? I started the light jog and then I passed all of these women. And then eventually they passed me again when I started walking again. So I was in distress. So I went for it. At some point I was like, I'm gonna go for the time. Like I am going to go as hard as possible. So I really like my pace while walking was at about 10 minutes a kilometer ish, like 9 to 10 minutes a kilometer. Then when I started running, it was like between 5:30 and 6:30. So I was going pretty fast for a while and until I completely ran out of gas. So I was good for like 13K. And then at around that point, I went, man, I think I've like really overdone it a bit. So I slowed down and I tried to lift my leg up, like do kind of like a knee raise or whatever. And I couldn't lift my legs. I had lost control of my motor functions. I could not get my legs to lift up completely. And I started dragging my feet a little bit, and all that went through my head at the time was 8 more K to go. and then I looked down at my hands, and my hands had swollen, like to the point. Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh, it must
my
be water.
I don't know what happened. My hands had completely swollen. Maybe somebody in the chat's more intelligent, but my hands were completely swollen, so that when I was like doing this, they would actually hurt. So this was problematic. So I thought maybe it was an electrolyte thing or something. So every time they had a station, I like made eye contact with one of the people holding the cups, and I was like, I grab a cup and just like chug all these electrolytes. But yeah, my hands started to swell. Then my feet started to really hurt, obviously, because they messed up. They couldn't lift my legs properly. And then for some reason, my back started to hurt. And then I realized that my body was trying to use all other muscles to compensate for my legs just giving out. So I kind of like would run, walk for the whole last 8K or so. But man, you get to this point of kind of delirium too, where at least I did. The last 2K, there are volunteers all along the track, and they'd be like, "Don't worry, you're so close." And I kept thinking, that's what the last guy said. Like, I'm not that close. But then after there was one mark where the person said, "You're less than a half marathon away."
That's some curl beyond.
So I think we were 2K away. And in my brain, I was like, I can run the last 2K. Like, I can do it. I can run the last 2K. So I started to pick up pace, and then I started dragging my feet again, and I was like, I cannot run the last 2K. So I got to 1K, and then I just gunned it as hard as I could, and I was so depleted, I died at 500 meters. But then I had this final wind where I started like talking to myself because I was like I just ran for 3 hours, right? So I started talking to myself saying, just use all the reserves, everything you've got, use all the energy you have left. And so for the last 400 or 500 meters, I just took every last ounce of energy and went across the finish line. And I was like starting to kind of lose it a bit. Like I was so tired. Apparently you guys were all lined up at the side. I did not even see you. All I saw was the finish line, and I was like, go, 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 go. And I made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made it.
You made it.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was I was incredibly surprised that you did it that fast by running too. Because like I mean, it was not even that far away from Teapot. It was like a few, like what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
Like 30 minutes.
And you
20
had
minutes.
the, you're the one with the broken foot or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So like it's insane. It's very, so congrats, dude.
Thanks. Yeah. At we talked about this before, but one interesting thing that went through my head when I crossed the finish line is I went, this is only a half. Like some people do it again, like turn around and go back.
Well, bear in mind, some people do it. Well, some people do it again faster than we did a half in.
Yeah.
The world record
Dude,
sub 2 hours.
I got to
Holy.
6K and there was
were
a
coming
guy
around.
on the, because
Yeah.
it was an in and out. So you like ran to a point and then turned around. And I got to 6K or something. And there was a guy on a bike saying, half marathon leader coming through. And he was running the opposite direction. So this guy did it like a third of the time. Like that I did it. That is wild.
crazy.
What a beast.
I mean, do you remember that 10K guy who finished at 33 minutes?
Yeah.
It was like insane. It was insane.
There were some monsters.
There were some
actually,
monsters,
like,
yeah.
at this event, and well, yeah, we suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Like
conclusion
running
here.
is like I definitely didn't prepare as much as I.
Well, yeah, but I
would've
think
wanted to.
I think all of us are in the same boat now. We're all like, we have to do it again, but better.
Yeah, we have
right?
we have to go back and
We have to beat the times.
yeah, because like it was the same for me. Like I did, I think like 15, 16K. I was like, this is easy. I am completely fine. Then after 15, 16K, I was like, okay, this is a living hell now. Like this is the worst thing ever. I hate this.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I couldn't quite like finish it, and
Yeah.
like you know there was only, but other than that it was good, to be honest. I definitely enjoyed it overall. It was a crazy experience. It was a
very
really
scenic.
beautiful route
In the mountains. Yeah.
the mountain. The route was crazy. Like it was a little bit mean. It was like very slowly inclining, like all the way to the halfway point. Like that was.
And then a decline though on the way down.
Yeah. I guess that is nice.
See, I was with a group of people though that like when they started, they looked like they were going to run the whole thing.
Yeah.
But then there was the collapse, and so everyone around me, they all walked like the last bit at least.
Yeah,
It was tough.
I think it's good to, you know, now you've done the first one, the next one's going to be easier, right? Because you know what it feels
Oh
like.
yeah.
And
yeah.
then you'll be able to train more and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
I think it'll be hard to show up to the finish line though, because now you know the pain, right? You do know the pain.
But you know it's not going to be as bad.
I meant the starting line too, but yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I really liked it because I didn't do it.
Yeah.
So I was.
Well,
It was
yeah.
very.
You committed.
I said that
So
I
you
would
did
walk
it
it next
Yeah.
time. Yes, because
Yeah.
I like walking. I don't like running, so I'm just gonna walk.
Yeah.
And you know,
Will you commit to wearing exactly what you're wearing today, to the
bro.
run?
I mean, it's very comfy. I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal if I run this.
Yeah. Will you wear the sunglasses?
Sure, this
Yeah,
is pretty
have
good.
you guys have they even seen you with the
No,
sunglasses?
this
on?
one. This is a good. Who was the? I think it was Teapot that said I should buy them. This
Yeah.
and
You were
I
against
did.
them.
I did make fun of him.
you
Yeah,
said
you
you
did
said
make
some
fun
cool
of- yeah,
things that I
you
cannot say
were-
here. That's what you said.
Yeah.
That is true. And these are for kids.
Yeah, they
These are
for
kid.
He just
These
has
are
a
kid
tiny
glasses.
head.
Yeah, I have a tiny head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't laugh at that, bro. That's crazy. You can't laugh at that.
Why
How would you know that?
Why can't I laugh at that?
Yeah.
Like,
You made it weird, bro.
wait, how is it weird? How is that weird?
What do you think? What do you think he's thinking about? what do you?
What? Wait, what do you?
He's
think I'm
like,
thinking
what are
about?
you thinking about,
Wait,
Sneb? Wait,
You
what?
just have a tiny child's head. That's
Yeah,
all.
no, that's why I thought it was weird. What
I-
do
I
you think,
What
Sneb?
are you thinking about?
I wasn't thinking of anything. I was thinking it's just funny that he has a tiny head.
Yeah.
What? Do I have to be thinking about anything?
I don't
No,
know.
no,
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. You know, we had to stop for a couple of minutes because of a bear. What do you think about
That's
that?
true. That's
Well,
true.
yeah,
we did.
I didn't because I was too slow,
Yeah.
but that's pretty good. Yeah, there was apparently a black bear in the region.
Yeah. I don't think I'm not. Yeah, I don't exactly the situation because we were all like in a big crowd, right? And like the marshals, whatever, were just saying, look, you need to pause for a little bit. Okay. Yeah, and they were just like waving signs.
Yeah, the signs.
Like watch out for you know, I'm not sure like what the advice was there, because they basically said like, oh yeah, just watch out. It's like, well, what do you want me to do? Like,
Yeah.
and that's, you know, I've watched out. I've seen the bear. I didn't see the bear.
Yeah.
I think it like wandered off pretty quick, as you
Yeah.
might imagine.
Yeah, it probably was like, whoa, there's like
But
1,000
I
people.
was definitely thinking like,
No.
what's my end game? If I just like glance over, I just see this bear. What am I doing in that
You yell,
situation?
you yell.
I don't know.
That's what you do.
You just yell?
You just yell and like, oh, I'm
yeah.
stronger than you.
try to scare the
Yeah.
bear.
Yeah, you have to. That's what you do with black bears. That's the
It's like,
threat.
I think it was on the way back, so I've like done.
Yeah, well, you
I'm,
gotta-
like over a quarter of a marathon.
Look, if you want to
Okay,
get
like-
mauled, I mean,
and
it's your
then I
choice. I'm
see
just
this,
saying,
like bear in the middle of the road.
you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Yeah,
we
I guess so.
We also saw a moose going back.
We did.
It was a tiny moose,
It wasn't a very big moose.
but it was a moose, and I'm
was
pretty
a
happy
moose.
about that because I've never seen one.
Yeah, and now you have seen.
Now
it.
I have seen one.
You've seen a moose.
We also went to the
Yeah.
buffalo thing. That was funny.
Yeah. No, it was a black bear. Black bear.
It was a black bear. Okay.
The chat is
Oh.
asking.
What did you guys think about? So I was pretty confident that we were all gonna die the first night. So it
Wait,
rained.
what?
It rained.
It
It did.
I
It
rolled
did
the weather
rain.
from the UK.
Yeah.
Feels
Dude,
good.
it was so. You guys have no idea. It was like when we were sleeping. It was between 1 and 3 degrees Celsius.
It was so good.
And-
It was horrible.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
It was
amazing.
horrible.
I
Seriously.
gave Darren's like this little mat and this like sleeping bag that was probably rated for like 5 degrees Celsius, and I was like, oof. I did warn everyone to bring warm clothes, but this could be bad. And I woke up at like 4:45 in the morning. I think I was a little stressed, and I actually walked around the campground and just like listening to hear if anyone was like
Really?
suffering.
That's crazy.
I was
had no
really
idea.
worried about you guys because I had like an extra sleeping bag in case somebody was really cold, but nobody messaged me or anything. But I was so worried about it. I went and stayed in the bathroom because the bathroom was heated. I don't know if you guys knew that. So if you were really in trouble, you could go just like hang out in the bathroom.
Mm.
So yeah, I went in there and charged my phone for a while, but it was really cold for 2 days. It just rained
was.
and rained and rained and rained.
I mean, this thing, it saved me.
Yeah.
Because I used it to like.
You should show them. So I gave everyone a custom. You're just kind of upside down, I think, but I gave everyone a custom neck gaiter that says Banff 2026 on it with a maple leaf. Yeah, so I'm
There's-
wearing one right now.
It's pretty cool. I'm keeping this.
Yeah,
It's
so
fine,
it
but
was
still.
very useful in the night because you could kind of pull it over your face, which was good.
And I guess we could kind of bring that up now, actually, right? Like, because I think we have a couple of spare, right?
About between 3 and 5,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah,
And what we thought would be kind of fun is that everyone who's here on the
Yeah.
trip,
everyone.
we are gonna sign it.
Yeah.
Actually, sign
Yeah.
a couple of these, and we will probably kind of do a bit of like a charity thing, right?
Yeah.
Like at a tournament.
Eventually,
in the future.
yeah.
Don't worry, they're not worn. We're using the spares.
Actually, they'd
Okay?
probably
they'd
like
probably
the
sell
ones.
more.
Yeah,
if
they
they're
would.
worn, right?
If you can
Like,
DM us
I
about
love
that.
that stuff. Yeah, they'd go crazy for it. But yeah, like that might be something that we do in the future, I think, right? Like, so
Yeah.
you'll be able to potentially get your hands on the exclusive Banff 2026 multi-function bandana neck thing.
Yeah, yep.
Yep.
I think that's the plan. So we will. Everyone that is here will sign the Banff
Yeah.
2026 neck gaiters, and we'll do something for charity with those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a good cause.
Should I tell the single serpent story?
Yeah, I know you want to.
I want.
We
to.
can't
so,
stop
like,
you.
Trayvon was saying
I
a
do.
little bit earlier, like, I can't wait to hear how the story involves feces.
Yeah,
Because
here
they
it is.
always do with you. All of your stories in
No,
some
I was
way-
fine.
You did.
I was fine.
But a lot of
Yeah,
your
that's
sto-
fine.
you have to admit that a lot of your stories do involve
How,
feces.
you told us a lot of stories this trip.
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
I did tell a lot of stories about.
And you
this.
would repeat them too. You would wanted to tell them.
Okay. As I mentioned before, the bathroom was a place of refuge from the cold. It was actually quite warm in there. So sometime at like 5 in the morning, I wake up. I'm like, I could sit in this sleeping bag and suffer. Or I could go stand in the bathroom and like charge my phone. Thus, I decided to go charge the phone. So I go into the bathroom, and there's one person in there at 5 in the morning. And I was kind of surprised, honestly, because it's 5 in the morning. And this person is suffering. Like I go and plug in my phone, and I'm sitting there, and I don't notice anything at first, and then I hear it, right? I hear I hear the suffering, and it was not Double Dragon, but I didn't know how to describe it. So later that day, I went back to camp, and I was like, "What do we call that?" Because it's not a double, it's a single. And somebody came up with single serpent. So now, if you're suffering one of the two, you just call it a single serpent instead of Double Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. The curse must be passed on to someone else. Yeah. Was it the beginning or the end? It was the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be any.
There's like a small waterfall in the stall next to you. Just
Oh my god.
So
That's
I
crazy.
left because I was like, I don't want to just like bear witness to this for the next 20 minutes or something. So I left. I came back to get my phone like 30 minutes later. I come in, I hear the waterfall still going.
Jesus Christ.
Holy crap. Single serpent is insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys remember when this was a Guild Wars 2 stream?
I mean, I do, but look, look, the title clearly says...
No, I agree. No, you...
Guild Wars 3 and half marathons.
Yeah.
So it's kind of both.
Well, you missed the single serpent, though. That was
well, the
kind
single
of
serpent
important.
was like a side story to that. Like, it wasn't...
I
it's
think
not
for some
entirely
people
related.
here will be the main story.
Well, we streamed from Lake Louise.
Yeah,
that
we
was
did.
fun.
That was
too.
fun. That was fun.
Shout out to the like 400 people that were watching. That was good.
Yeah, there was like people were like, "Oh wow, we got to take a look."
Yeah, people really want.
Yeah,
It was a
and-
beautiful spot. Yeah.
I actually would really like to have streamed a bit more. Like there weren't super opportune moments, especially at the camp. Like the signal at the campsite was like
It was very bad.
very unreliable.
Yeah, it
right?
was very bad.
Yeah, so like that was there weren't that many good opportunities to stream. Like we basically had like a couple of narrow windows where we could do some stuff. And to be honest, I definitely know how I would do things next time, and I think next time will be a little bit smoother regardless. To be honest, but yeah, like I think in the future, because I think you do kind of want to do this kind of thing a bit more often.
Well,
right?
I wanted to stream. Okay, so this is so stupid. I wanted to stream the half marathon, but then I got spooked because I went on the website. It said, "Do not take pictures while running. Do not record." But then I'm out there, and the lady in front of me just stops and is like taking selfies. And it wasn't an isolated incident. Everybody was doing it. Everybody was recording video. Everybody was taking photos. And then tons of people had GoPro mounts and were running. And so they said that you would be like disqualified or like kicked off the race or something if you did this. So it spooked me, and I didn't attempt to do it, but I think I could have. So I'm kind of bothered.
We probably
about
could have
that.
got away with it.
Yeah.
Like I
I
think we probably should have asked at least, because I actually have my GoPro mount and stuff. But I was like, oh, okay, unlucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely for next time. I think we will.
Have to
we'll try
get
to stream
more
quite a
better
bit more, I
internet,
think.
I guess.
Because like I think it was really fun, right? We were look. Shall we tell the chat about the amazing vacation we had while they're just like stuck at home, probably potentially working?
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like, we just had a great time. Like also the temperature was good. Like you guys are just weak.
I mean, look, I
the day
didn't like
is way
it.
too hot. It's horrible.
It's like
You were
25.
Your
suffering.
car
dude.
has no AC.
That's true.
And you seriously expected me to go in your car?
That's
for like
true.
A 4-hour drive.
We abandoned
fine.
Sneb.
with
We
no
abandoned
AC.
them.
Yeah,
I had
we abandoned you for a car that had AC. And it
I had
feels
to drive
good.
for 3.5 hours with someone who cannot be named, and that's unfortunate. But
Why did you say that, bro?
what? I just randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I stopped for ice cream in a little town called Nanton, and they have like a candy store there. So I got some ice cream, and while we were there, one of us got stopped by someone because we were wearing a Guild Wars
shirt,
related
right?
shirt, and they said, "Hey, I really like Guild Wars 2," and then they said, "Hey, I watch Teapot stream," and they're like, "Oh, that's really cool." And then, like, yeah, Teapot's not here right now. Please take a message, kind of thing. But I didn't see this person, so I felt kind of bad. But yeah, I think their name was Levi. I didn't actually get
correct.
to. I like ran out of the candy store to try to find them, to say hello, and be like, "Yeah, Guild Wars 2 is fun, nice." But yeah, shout out to Levi from Nantons, the only Guild Wars
Nice
2
dogs,
player
bro.
in
And
the
the
small town.
Nice dogs.
and the only reason why Teapot wasn't there is because Sneb didn't get AC in his car.
So yeah,
So
if
he
you're
ruined
wondering,
Levi's.
If you wanted to say hello, okay,
It's his
'cause
fault.
I was also traveling in the same direction, and if you feel like you missed out on not being able to, hang out, maybe say hello to your favorite Guild Wars 2 content creator, it is Sneb's fault for
Sneb's
not
fault.
fixing the air conditioning.
It was my fault.
in his
Yeah,
car.
it was my
Yeah.
fault.
And not and you didn't want to take a shower,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I did want to.
Okay, right
but-
now this is
which
crazy.
is insane.
This is nuclear chat.
It's insane.
He drove, was it 3.5 hours?
Yeah.
Without showering, with other people in the car, with no AC.
Yeah.
On a
And he was
really
like,
hot
"Oh,
day.
why
Okay.
didn't Darens and Teapot want to go in my car?"
Yeah.
Oh.
No. So there's actually some logic to this. First of all, I wasn't sure if did you guys go back to the campground to shower?
Yeah, we
Okay,
did.
I wasn't sure if we were actually allowed to do that. So I was a little bit like, if we have 5 cars show up to all use all their showers, I just wasn't sure if we'd get in trouble or not. The other thing, I was so destroyed that I barely wanted to move. And then because I had no AC, I knew that I would shower, go in the car, and then just sweat for 3.5 hours and have to shower again anyway. So I showered when I got home, and it was glorious. Yeah, it was absolutely glorious. It was the greatest shower. Yeah, I'm really surprised that I can move and function today.
Yeah, I mean,
it was-
I'm surprised too.
It
You
was
guys-
bad. It was bad.
Like we walked
today.
a good amount today.
It was to give you guys an idea. It was like 35,000 steps yesterday. It was a lot.
I was expecting to be in more pain today, for sure. It's
Yeah.
not as bad as I expected, I think.
Yeah.
But you felt like you just glossed over the camping trip.
Oh no,
Camping was
there's
pretty
lots
good.
to it. Yeah, I mean, it rained a lot.
Yeah,
We went to Lake Louise.
Yep.
That was really nice. We explored the town site a bit. Oh, you guys got to try the beaver tails?
The beaver
Yep.
tails,
I've
they're
got a
very good.
hat as
They
well.
were
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, yes. Where is that? Oh, yeah. The hat
at the
is
top.
in the front room. Yeah.
Yep.
Or in the entrance rather, on little
Yeah.
table.
The hat
there.
is being collected.
They will
Yeah,
be
it's being collected
so
right
that
now.
people can see. So yeah, now Teapot can pass as Canadian.
Yep.
It's very good.
Everyone was wearing one.
Yeah.
We were just watching it. Everyone had the same hat as me. It's authentic.
Yeah, you were the only one that had.
Yeah,
a
I think I
hat.
was the only one wearing a hat.
Yeah,
Like,
you were-
not even just like this specific style of hat, but any hat. Like
Yeah.
You
everyone's
had you
wearing
had
hats.
tourist energy.
I still
Yeah.
think
You
you
had
should have
tourist
ran in
energy.
Yeah, I
your
mean, I
hat.
was
It
clearly a
would've been
tourist. I
funny.
mean, not like I bought.
You
the
were,
hat.
you
I
were, you
I
are,
was
like-
marked as a tourist.
You were more.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did campfire stuff, right? We did s'mores and hot
Mhm.
dogs and
Yep.
all kinds of other food, and it was good.
It was good. I
Overall
think
good.
it's definitely my favorite camping time I've had. I haven't had that many, but it was good. Even with the cold, with the horrible cold at night, it
Yeah.
was good.
You were vulnerable to the cold.
I was vulnerable, but you were way more vulnerable to the warmth.
Oh yeah, no, that is true.
Like I survive better at cold than you survive. I mean,
That is, no, yeah. If there's any heat, I'm out.
We're out like an hour, and you're like, please get me back.
Get me out of
Get me-
here. Like I must retreat this very instant.
Yeah, that is what
Yeah.
happened.
It's good, but yeah, here is the hat. By the way, it doesn't exactly fit on because I've got the
Yeah,
head.
But you get the
headset.
idea. You get the idea.
Yeah, you get the idea.
we definitely did have a fire. The fire was one of the best parts. It was
Yeah, the
super
fire
fun.
was good.
Yeah.
And we could
The
cook
rain-
over the fire. We had lots of food. It was good. I'm trying to think of anything else crazy that happened. Did anything insane in the town? Went to Lake Louise on Saturday. What did we do on Friday? It was mostly just hanging out in the town, right?
Yeah, we hanged out. What did we eat? Was it a pizza day? I don't know.
No, the pizza day was
No, that was
oh yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah,
cool.
that's
We had
true.
the cheese fondue.
the cheese
Yeah.
fondue. Yeah.
Yeah, the cheese fondue with the vegetables and stuff. That was good. Yeah. Oh, you guys went to the hot springs.
Yeah,
I
Oh,
didn't go-
yeah,
I went
the
to
hot
the
springs.
museum.
the hot springs
so-
were good.
They were very good.
Yeah, they were very good.
And it was funny because we got to Hot Springs. It was not raining. It was fun. And then we got out and it instantly
Immediately
started
started
pouring.
raining. Yeah.
It was like they actually were trolling us.
No, the hot springs was very nice. It
was nice though, yeah.
we were cleansed.
We were cleansed.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were cleansed.
we
it
were,
was
we
fun.
were pure afterwards.
Oh, I just remember.
wait, what?
Remember when we were walking toward the run and we were like, "Oh, we better use the bathroom before we get to where the run is." 'cause there'll be,
Why
like,
is
a
it
massive
again?
Dude,
line."
again.
You're bringing again another
know,
It
story.
just happens to me. Remember when we went into that one gas station and I'm like, "Okay, I gotta use the bathroom quick." Open up the bathroom, go to the toilet, and somebody has just destroyed. They just destroyed this toilet, and they left it. They just left.
I mean, you gotta like. What are you gonna do?
So,
You're
like,
like,
what
bro,
do you do?
like you have to
No,
leave
this
the
is what you
same.
do. So
the
I
creams-
close my
the cream
eyes and I try to flush the thing, and it does not flush. So I exit and I have to go, guys, do not enter. And then there's like the worker there, right? At the gas
Yeah,
station.
you started being like, that toilet is
No, well,
destroyed.
I
Like,
worked
what?
at a gas station when I was like 18, 19. So I had to clean the bathroom. So I get what he's going through, right? So I thought about not telling him and just letting it be a special surprise later. But I thought it was the right thing to do to just tell him. So I go, hey man, the bathroom is bad. Like, and he's like how bad? I'm like, it's
gone.
it's bad. And he just shakes head. He basically tells us that like people like Chain went into the bathroom over and over and over again. So he doesn't even really know who the culprit is, but it was defiled. Like it was.
I didn't know when to enter. I refused. I didn't know.
It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. So we had to go to a different gas station to go to the bathroom before we went to did the race. I didn't know that they have porta potties. This actually slowed me down because I drank so much water that like at kilometer 10, I had to pee really bad. And I thought, oh, I could just hold it the rest of the way. But then, or it was like kilometer 8 that I felt this way. And the kilometer 10, there was a rest stop. And I was like, no, I don't want to lose time. But then the closer I got to 10K, I started thinking I could just pee in the woods over there.
Yeah,
Surely I wouldn't get in
Some
trouble
people
for
did,
that.
by the way.
I mean,
yeah. I saw some people kind of, I'm not sure if it was allowed or not, but there were
well, it's
couple
like
people
what are you gonna
who were making a break for it, making a dash.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
They could not
Prohibit
control
it? Like,
themselves any longer.
you can't prohibit it, man. Like, you have to do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I thought about
thing
it.
is, okay, imagine that situation. You go there and there's a bear.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
what then?
you
Like,
make
what's your
you're very
end game?
vulnerable.
you
at
make
that
your
moment.
choices, bro. Like, I don't know, like you piss yourself or you
It's just,
dive
it's just
in the
another
bear.
form of bear spray, honestly. Like, yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good
piss
point.
on the bear, and then it'll.
That might not be a good idea.
They get scared. The black bears get scared easily. Maybe it works.
Yeah.
I don't know.
don't-
I'm
I
not
don't
Canadian.
know.
You should know this, Sneb. You should. Is this a strat?
I don't know, but all I know is that
Googling
at
it.
kilometer 10, I was like, I either have, I'm gonna pee my pants, or I better use the bathroom. So they had porta potty set up, and there was somebody running towards the porta potty at the same time. They were going the opposite direction, so clearly they were like, they were way far ahead of me. And so we converged at the porta potty, and I just sprinted ahead of them and opened the thing and went in.
Yeah.
I beat them there, so they had to wait. So their time was totally screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Their
screwed
time
them
was
over bad.
compromised.
Yeah.
Here it says, peeing on a bear will not scare it away, and instead highly likely to provoke an aggressive or dangerous response.
But wait, do you ask Gemini?
Well, I just googled it.
Yeah, but it's AI now.
Well,
like,
yeah, I
it's
mean,
just AI.
It's
nobody
non-consensual
else
AI.
has said this answer, so I mean, there you go.
Are you not aware of this? Like, whenever you do a Google search now, the first result
Yeah,
is
there is.
always AI.
Yeah,
song.
well,
It's
I mean, there was nothing
non-consensual.
really,
Yeah.
nobody else has asked this
Like,
question.
it could literally just make stuff up.
Yeah, but, it's better than, Sneb didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm staying with this.
Yeah. At Grok, should I piss on a bear?
I wonder what Grok would say. We should test all the different AI.
Let's do a review of all the current models. On how
Well,
to approach
I feel like the
this.
question needs a bit more
question.
context. Like, if
Yeah.
you were in a vulnerable state where you were already going to pee and the bear was charging you, should you pee on the bear?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
We
mean,
have,
what's the choice?
We need 20,000 GPUs working on this. Like, right this second.
One leg.
Destroy the
per
entire
question.
environment for this very, very important
Yeah.
question for society.
Yeah, well, I mean, what else are we doing right? We did the half marathon.
Yeah.
And it was a challenge. It was
Yeah.
tough. We ate a bunch of food.
Oh,
There's
there's
a-
cinnamon rolls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was awesome. So you got a free cinnamon roll and like a cookie and a banana and a finisher medal after you finished the marathon. And I'm going to tell you, if you ever go running for 3 hours afterward, all you can think of is carbs. All I could think about is like, I will eat every cinnamon roll there. Like, that's what I was thinking. So I ran and I kept picturing like how I could get more cinnamon rolls because I didn't want to be a total glutton. So I just took one, but I consumed it like instantly, right? I basically was the anaconda and just swallowed it whole. Anyway, after the race had died down, everyone was like taking stuff down. Some woman came and they had all these extra cinnamon rolls. And they had the whole box. And they said, "Do you want it?" I just said yes. I just held my hand up and I said, "Please, please give it to me. I want it." So they they gave me a full box, and then they came with another box. So we had 2 full boxes of cinnamon rolls. It was great. I'm very proud.
We still
that
have
we
one
this.
left.
Yeah,
That
we
was a
still have
good
half
one.
a
And I
box.
actually kind of want
And
some.
you know, I think we got a bunch of photos. There's actually, oh wait, there's a couple of pretty funny photos of me actually on the marathon or the half marathon website. Like one of them, I'm looking good. I'm looking high energy. There's one towards the end. I look like I'm gonna die. Right? It's actually a good Twitch emote. So we can maybe
People
did you
despair.
not, like,
Are there any photos of you?
I haven't checked yet, but
I
like,
made a video of you.
How did you not do? Okay, every time I saw the camera guy, like I'd be like, like dragging my feet and like walking. I see the camera guy, I'm like,
well, I mean, yeah, of course. Like you gotta.
I'm looking good.
Yeah,
I'm
you've gotta
fine
look good.
at kilometer 18. All right.
Look,
Yeah.
trust me. Like the last photo of me, I don't look good. Okay, like
Yeah.
that was the moment that definitely
Man.
passed.
It made me so sad because you were sprinting at the end.
Yeah.
And I didn't have enough time to record it.
Yeah.
So it's just your back like running into the finish line, which is nice, but it wasn't
Yeah.
the total thing.
Well, yeah, it's because look, there was one guy who kind of passed me
And you were like,
on the
no.
last corner. I was like, no, I'm having you. You are over. You're done.
And you won.
I just maxed out.
You got him.
All in.
Good.
And you obviously have to, right? Like
You have to.
if you're at the
It's
end
an
of the
ego
race,
thing.
You go all in.
It's
No
not a
reason.
competition, but you
No reason
won.
not. I mean, I did win.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, I didn't win. Like, I got completely destroyed, and it was pain. But I did win out of our group. I
Yeah.
will say that. Not that it's
About that one
competition.
guy who was a bit faster
Yeah.
than you. Yeah.
I beat a guy with a broken foot.
Yeah.
That's it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think one of the most like heartwarming thing is you can time out in this, right? Because they don't want to be there waiting for you to finish the marathon all day. You could time out. The timeout time was 4 hours. So when I was thinking about walking it, I kept thinking, can I walk it in 4 hours? And I was pretty confident I could. But when you think about the people that were just on the grind trying to make it under that 4 hours, I think it's really impressive. Like I thought it was really, really cool. There was one guy who was clearly on like a fitness journey. He was quite overweight, and he had a perfectly steady pace the like entire time. And
Beast.
That's
he wasn't
awesome.
fast, but he completed
Yeah,
it.
go,
He did
right,
it.
right, yeah.
He
He
did
did it
it.
on his thing.
And that's really, really
On his
cool.
pace.
Anybody that completes that should be really proud of themselves, whether you did it
I
in
agree.
an hour and a half or
Yeah.
in
I
4
agree.
hours.
No, I
Yeah.
agree.
No, it was awesome though. Like so many people there. Like a lot of people. You know, I think it was really cool that loads of people doing it in groups, like a really
Yeah.
big social thing. It was actually really, really cool. Everyone was
Yeah.
kind of gaming, enjoying the weather. I do wish it had been an hour earlier than it was, because like on the
Because at the
way
end you
back,
were.
It was hot on the way
oh,
back.
it was hot. It was hot.
Yeah.
That did not help. It didn't help me.
It did
Put
not
like
help at
that.
all.
It was rough.
Yeah. You know, I think the other exciting thing that's coming up
Yeah.
is tomorrow we're going to go to another national park
Mhm.
and we're going to do a short hike. It's like an hour and a half. And we'll get to see kind of an overview of the town, which will be fun. And then we're also going to try poutine. We're going to go to
All
Costco and try
right,
poutine.
Costco
at some point.
poutine, yeah. Which is, it doesn't have meat apparently,
Apparently not.
which is crazy because it's supposed
wild.
to be. But like there you go.
Yeah, that'll
can
be
eat
good. I think. What else? Oh yeah, we went to the. Okay, shout out to the like 75 people or so that caught the 45-minute bird learning stream this morning.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that
was
VOD's on
fun.
my channel, but it was content, man. We went and they were talking about owls and. Okay, I think the highlight though was the raven.
Yeah, the raven was
the
great.
They
baby
had a-
raven
they had
was
a baby
huge.
raven.
It was like we're bringing out a baby raven. It was like the biggest bird. That
It-
was,
yeah.
it was colossal.
It was so big, and he was so desperate for food.
Yeah.
The food eating of that bird was the best
Yeah.
part of the entire
I related
week.
to the raven on an emotional level. Like, the raven was just like, feed me now and just squawk until he was
No,
fed.
but it made this sound, right? Like
Yeah.
they had these like little tongs and they would like hold the meat and like shove it down its throat a little bit. It would be like
That's a good impression.
That's exactly
Yeah,
it is actually very
yeah,
accurate. It is
that was
very
good.
accurate.
Yeah. That was good.
It's exactly how it sounded.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help but just crack up, right? And the person doing it was just like completely stoic, right? They would just like grab the meat and just shove it down its throat.
Yeah. Well, that's how the birds do it. Isn't that how
That's
birds
how
I
they
do
eat.
it?
guess.
That's how they eat.
Like
they
the
explained it.
parent birds will get food
Yeah.
and then just like regurgitate it like directly.
Yeah. See, I
Into the
think that the
baby bird.
baby raven is basically like the chat, right? They're hungry for content, and
Yeah.
they make
No,
noises.
yeah, no,
Please,
the
please,
raven was
please,
very
yeah.
like the chat. Like the chat was just waiting. ready
Yeah.
to go. And if there's no content, they're not happy.
Yeah, the Raven just makes a ton of the
Yeah.
person who's like handling the Raven said, "Oh yeah, like it's gonna be really noisy until it gets fed, and when it's fed and satiated, it'll like stop making as much noise." And this was true.
It was true.
Shoved all like gave it all this
Which
food,
was true.
and then suddenly it was fine. Stop
Yeah.
making so much. Oh, we got a photo of the Raven eating. There you go. It's
Oh,
perfect.
there we go. You
Yeah,
can
there
just
you
take a
go.
look.
There it is.
Take a look at that image. See the
They got it from the VOD.
Raven devouring what's going on there. Take a look at the VOD up there as well. What are your eyes witnessing? Holy collab. Yeah, I mean, look.
This is
We
a good
actually
collab.
exist. Like, it's not
It's not AI.
AI, and we don't secretly hate each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
except I hate Darens, but that's why he's sitting on that side of you, right?
Yeah, otherwise we'll destroy each other. Well, you know, you gotta be
No.
professional.
I was
Yeah.
really happy to see everybody. I think it's really cool that everybody actually came. You know, for a while I was like, it's probably not going to actually happen, right? And then it did.
And it did, and
Yeah.
it did. And honestly, man, it almost was cooked because when did Guild Wars 3 get announced? A week before this? Like,
It's the timing
it's crazy.
is unreal. I guess to slightly derail. Like, think about this. Wait, what was it before that? Wasn't there something before that as well?
The picture,
Oh, wait, no, but before that.
the patch.
I guess the patch? Wait, when was the patch?
The patch was like a month ago.
Yeah, I feel like it's been,
Like
just
May-
for some reason,
May-
I feel
May-
like
May.
it's been super busy.
Yeah,
There was like a patch farming drops.
you were doing WoW.
Yeah, I was playing WoW as well, which is super intense. Then there was the patch. Then there was the photo.
The photo,
right?
yeah. And then it was Guild Wars 3.
Yeah, of that. Then they announced Guild Wars 3. Then, and seriously,
Drops.
here's the thing, right? Like, the drops was brutal.
Yeah,
Because if
it
it was
was.
just the 3 announcement,
It's
it would have been
fine.
like, it's fine. I do a couple of big streams, right? Like,
Whatever.
go crazy, do some 12 hours, right? Just a couple days, relax, okay, get ready, and then off the counter, right?
Yeah.
But because it's the drops, like, no. I have no choice but to be a complete degenerate. Right up until the day before my flight, because it was all the way through the 10th, and then I was flying on the 11th.
Yeah, no, I mean, for me, it was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, complete degeneracy. And Monday and Tuesday were like, okay, we gotta relax a little bit.
Where are you guys from Roy? We're in Sneb's basement, so
Yeah.
nowhere near you.
Yeah. You, yeah.
Unless you're in here as well. But I don't think
No,
I don't
think
know
he
how
is.
that would be possible.
Yeah, I mean, he's working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's working. He's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
he's placing the nodes.
he's
Yeah.
placing, he's in Guild
Yeah.
Wars 2 inside of Guild Wars 2 now,
Yeah.
placing in the individual nodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good. I like the
Pretty
nodes,
good, Yeah.
the tunnel nodes.
How do I look like a captive in my own home? Because I'm married.
Bro,
You can't
look,
say that.
you can't say that.
Say that.
No,
You're-
I'm chained.
Well, I mean, honestly, I mean, you didn't get that many W's this weekend.
Look,
That is
every
true.
guy
actually.
that's married knows exactly what I'm
Yeah.
talking
Oh,
about.
look at all the holies. You gotta put the chats
That's
You're
in the
in
VOD. You
trouble.
had to
Like,
put the
what can I
chat.
You're
say?
in big trouble now.
Yeah, what can I say?
She's up. Like she might have heard of that.
What?
Look,
You,
my extremely attractive, very generous, very
He's
kind
saving-
wife is
He's
upstairs.
saving it. He's saving it.
yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
save, bro.
And you do get bullied a little bit. Like, we were kind of counting.
Yeah.
The
It was like,
Ws
there was a
and
lot
the
of like
Ls.
Sneb L.
Oh.
Oh, she's here. Oh,
Surprise
she's
guest
Are
on
you
the
gonna come and
stream.
visit? You can come and say hi.
Oh,
She
but
said
you're
she's
not
just gonna
audible
troll from up
No,
there.
nobody can hear
Wait.
you.
Yeah, nobody can hear you. No, you're
working.
not.
Oh,
you're
no,
not
it's
loud
It's
not
not
enough.
getting
working.
it.
It's not getting it.
There might be Sneb has been caught.
He's
Just
calm.
so
Did
for
you
the
even
context.
hear what I said? There's no way you heard what I said. You're
Oh,
watching.
she's watching.
She's a viewer.
Yeah.
She's one of you guys, chat. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, it's full caught.
He's more.
Isn't
chained
it
now.
odd that Caught and Cinema hold up their hands in the same way?
Mm.
But
Yeah.
anyway, let's.
Yeah, nice derailment.
Yeah,
Nice try.
I mean, she derailed. It's not my fault.
well, did
That's
she?
true.
You brought it up, bro.
Oh, another
Snap
L.
L.
Another.
Did
How
you
many
not
are
hear
we
the
at?
second part where I said my extremely attractive, kind, and
That was the
generous wife?
recovery there.
Yeah. I did
No, it
say
did,
that.
it did.
I
He
did,
did
I did
say
say
that.
that.
He did say
He
that.
did say that.
Yeah.
You can check the vote. It's
Yeah.
true. No,
No,
we
they're-
would never. We
they
would
would
never.
anti-vouch.
Trust me, we're eager to throw him under the bus.
We have done it
Like,
before.
We're waiting for our opportunity.
We abandoned them on the
Yeah.
noisy car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
my favorite comment on the screen right now says this will be my favorite tea time ever. The fact that not a single thought gets finished is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that. That's
Yeah.
kind of the direction I wanted to go with tea time anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about when I was thinking about doing tea time again. Like I was looking back at some older tea times. I was thinking like, man, we're too serious. We talk about Guild
Yeah.
Wars 2 too much.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
we
a very
we need
serious
to
topic.
we need to like throw in some random stories about feces. Gotta call
Yeah.
up Sneb
That
and
particularly.
get that going.
Not about
Yeah.
life, but feces. That's the
Yeah.
important part.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah.
more spice.
Well,
The snake. There's a Pepe snake there.
Oh.
is it a Pepe snake or
Single
something else?
serpent.
Is it something
Let's
else?
go. We got single serpent and double
Yeah.
dragon on the screen.
Yeah,
It's
double.
good.
Oh yeah, we got Swapper there as well.
Swampa is
Ah.
a good one. That's an old meme.
That is a
It's
good old meme.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course, Jester in the chat. Like, we got a lot of people in the chat today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin's
I mean,
in
it's
the
a
chat
good-
as
it's a
well.
good
Stacer
stream.
in the chat. Magras in the chat. Ask Sneb. I can't tag him. If he'll have me over for a couple of weeks, I think I could get jacked just listening to his shit stories. Wait, what does that even? What does that even?
She
mean?
wants to do the gym while he's
could
telling the stories.
How could you get jacked? Okay, I
No,
can't
she-
even say that. How could you get jacked listening to shit stories?
Yeah.
Well, she's gonna
I
use
think
you as
she's
her
feeling motivated right
podcast.
now.
You get
gas
abs.
from
Oh,
laughing.
okay. I thought that was a bit weird. I
Ah,
thought you were
that
gonna
makes more
work
sense.
out
Yeah.
to the story. I was gonna stand there and be like, and this one time I shit my pants, and you're just doing like push-ups. Like I thought that'd be
Yeah.
weird.
I mean,
Should-
whatever is useful.
Do you have any other stories? Do you want to tell some other stories, or should we actually just go Q&A from the chat and just like talk to the chat for a bit?
We can kind of do both. Like what I told a bunch of I told the like you are a god to me story. That's been probably
Have
the
you
most
said that on
popular.
stream?
But I think I said that one on stream.
Not to
I don't
Tea
know,
Yeah,
I
no,
said
you
it.
did. We were on voice when you did it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
They
alright.
already know
Yeah,
that
I don't know
one.
if it was on tea time, but yeah, it was. That one was pretty crazy. I don't know if I told any other stories that I haven't already said on stream. I can't remember. You'd have to remind me of your favorite stories.
Well, I guess we can.
Darren's
look,
just like I didn't listen to any of them.
I'll
so-
tell you what then, because this is a special tea time. We will actually take direction from the chat. Like chat,
Yeah.
if you can ask us stuff. Okay, ask us things, chat. It can,
Ask us
also,
anything.
I will say, yeah, this is an AMA. It can be related to Guild Wars. We will answer.
It can be related to two
Guild Wars
or
related
three.
questions.
It feels good that we can say Guild Wars 3.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah,
like,
it
I
does feel
mean,
good.
how many times do you have to say whatever we think it is, the unannounced
Yeah.
project, Guild
Yeah.
Wars 3, but we don't really. Because, I mean, we didn't know.
And you did, bro. You made like 15 videos. You knew.
I mean, yeah, but I knew
made, like,
because
20
I
plus
I
videos.
know the evidence, and like, there's no other thing
Yeah.
it could be, and people would be like, "That's not true. You don't have no evidence, bro." And where's my $50, by the way? There's like 3 people with like $50 that's not coming ever, and I'm like, well, where's my $50?
Nike has a good question. Who has the most aura in this group when in public? It's definitely Darren's.
It is Darren's.
It's
Darren's has got
Darren's.
some swag.
Well,
Yeah.
He's very
being
stylish.
Latin does help because we're in Canada. I wouldn't have this much aura in Chile. Most people looked at this, I guess, in Chile, but
Yeah.
here, I guess I stand out, and it feels good.
Any culture shocks in Canada?
Although your shirt definitely gets some eyes.
Wait, my shirt?
Yeah, like the
Oh
one with
yeah,
the
the
holes.
shirt that's
Oh,
like
the one with
falling
holes?
apart.
Yeah, it's good. It's aura. I think it is aura.
I mean, look, I wear the shirt that I want.
it does exist, by the way. It is full of holes.
Yeah.
It's way. It doesn't look
Wait,
as
people
bad.
think the shirt was not real?
I mean, I thought it cannot have that many holes, but it has more than I expected.
Darren's has slowly, by the end of tea time, he's gonna be laying down like
look,
he's
he's
in
looking
therapy.
chill. Darren's very chill.
I'm gonna put myself
Yeah.
in Teapot's
No, this
lap.
looks good.
It could happen. The shirt, the shirt is powerful, dude.
Were there any inklings of insanity while you were doing the marathon? Honestly,
Yes.
no.
Oh,
Like I was just like, no, just if you want my honest like thought process, it was like just one more kilometer, 1 foot in front of the other. Like that was it. It was like very straightforward and also practical. I didn't run the whole thing. I got to a point where it was like, oh wow, yeah, this is actually like really really uncomfortable. This is probably time to kind of chill out for a little bit. So I walked like 1.5 kilometers, right? Took a bit of a break and then like finished the thing off after that. Because look, that was the mentality I went into it. Like I know I hadn't trained as much as I wanted to. I know that I hadn't lost as much weight as I wanted to going into it. So it was like, look, I'm here to finish it. I'm here to do it. I'm here to have fun with the boys, right? It's time to commit. Okay, and if I have to walk a little bit, that's fine. So not a big deal. You remember how long in time you managed to run without stopping? I don't know about time, but it was basically 16 kilometers.
Didn't you finish in
Which is a good amount.
like 240 or something?
Yeah, that's something like that. Yeah. But yeah, quite a long way. It was. I mean, it was a long way. It was. The kilometers were not very fast. Yeah, they felt longer. They stretched them out. Are the kilometers longer in Canada? Is that how it works?
Yeah. We should talk about how the marathon. We should talk
yeah, obviously it's not like how would that makes no sense.
That
I
makes
don't,
no
I don't know. I
sense.
was answering the question.
Dude, I was looking at Bro, and Bro is actually taking that question seriously. By the way,
It's like, well, technically, like-
They're not longer. The imperial gallon is different than the US dollar. Yeah. Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, we should talk about how the half started, because that was insane. They had like everybody just do a mass start instead of doing waves. Like, I figured they would do waves, but they didn't. Everybody just went go, and there were times when everyone got kind of like funneled into a narrow spot, and it was very uncomfortable. But it was also kind of dangerous. There was a part where everybody was kind of running at the beginning, and there was a woman that was like running right behind another woman, and they were running toward a pylon. And at the last second, the person that was in front just like dodged it, and the other person didn't see it and just ran into the pylon and face planted.
Wait, what?
Yes,
That's insane.
yes, yeah.
That
was
bad.
So we all kind of like
Did they just
stopped
get
to
up and
help
keep
them.
going?
We all kind of stopped to like help them, and they were like, "I'm fine. Let's keep going." And we were all like, "Yeah!" So we just kept going. But yeah, it was because they dodged at the last seconds. There's no way they would have known that was there. So it was just like boop, boom, and like full out into the pylon. That was pretty wild.
Pylon.
Wow. Chat has no questions, by the way.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
I don't think the chat's very engaged.
so what did someone
No.
say?
The thing is, we can't scroll the chat effectively.
Well, I'll check my phone.
I can't be bothered to like. We have the laptop over there. I can't. Be
Yeah.
I
bothered
mean,
to
your
reach
legs
it.
don't work right now.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
we're also gonna try to stream tomorrow. I think
Yeah, maybe.
maybe it depends on
Maybe
some
we'll see.
circumstances.
Depends on the internet, right?
Yeah.
Because we will be very in the mountains.
Oh yeah, they asked about culture shocks, and we completely disregarded that question, didn't we? So, what were your culture shocks in Canada?
Look, there's actually two like paradoxical things. Everyone's very nice, but everyone drives insanely
Crazy.
aggressively.
It is
Like,
crazy.
Those are like the two things that really stand out. Like everything else actually feels very, very similar. Actually, like you know,
I don't
Yeah,
know if it's
I
that
agree,
much
I
the
agree.
trees are
It's just
different,
fast.
right? But
Exit
you know,
tree.
like we have trees in the UK as well. Yeah, people are very polite, very, very friendly.
The bus drivers are so nice.
The bus drivers
They
are very
just talk
based.
to you. They're
Yeah.
like, have a good trip where you go. Like, it's just
Yeah.
so awesome. It's great.
and that's the other thing that stands out is that everyone's very polite except when it comes to driving. Everyone's a
Yeah.
maniac.
Yeah,
And everyone speeds.
Yeah,
If you're
everyone
not
speeds.
speeding,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
probably dangerous.
Yeah, we almost got stopped actually. That was
Yeah, we
oh,
did.
you should tell that story. That
Yeah.
was good.
Like this, like, this is actually crazy.
This actually could have
Look,
ended very
this
badly.
could have
I'm
been
not gonna
very,
lie.
very awkward, by the way, because like our situation could have been complex to explain. Basically, we're driving to Sneb's, right, away from the campsite. There's a look. I admit it, there's a little speeding going. Okay, like you know.
Well, everybody was speeding. All
Everyone's
the
doing
cars.
it. Everyone does.
If
it.
everyone's speeding, is it really speeding?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
not-
the cop thought
And,
so.
like, we were like right behind this other car that was also like also going pretty fast, and like all of a sudden like a cop comes right up next to us, okay, and we're like, and okay, it's like okay, all right, this is a situation, maybe looking to get past this, I get it, right? But then all of a sudden the cop just like has a quick wail of the siren and just gestures like down, right, like directly through the window, and then just surges forwards. But the other thing is we kind of got off here because like after that kind of signal from the cop, like okay, right, slow down a little bit, the other car just kept going, like, and the speed limit went down, but the other car just like went crazy, and so the cop pulled them over instead.
But the moment that I saw that cop doing the...
You're already reaching for your passport.
I grabbed my passport like, holy fuck, I thank God I brought it because I abandoned all my things on Sneb's car.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have it and they pulled me over, I'd be like, holy fuck, I am actually getting deported. It's over. I'm going
They would have
back.
thought he was an illegal immigrant.
Yeah.
And he would have
Yeah,
been-
because if I don't have my passport, I might as well will be. Like, I mean...
It would have been like, yeah, like, you know, it's
it's on the
me and
other
Darens
car.
are being
I'll
smuggled across the border.
Yeah,
illegally.
like I'm
that's-
calling them to
yeah.
like bring it back. Like it's just not gonna work. So
Yeah.
like, thankfully they didn't do that. It was good.
It was good. Yeah, those are the culture shocks, I guess.
Oh, I would also say culture shock, but this is just for me. Is that you guys have so many wildlife. You go any corner and there's a rabbit or a squirrel or a moose or
There's a
something.
rabbit
Like
on
it's
my
just
front yard
crazy.
this
It's
morning.
insane. Like
And then
I
in
never
the back alley.
like I never see any wildlife in my country, and it's pretty cool that it exists here.
Yeah. Well, when I was driving back, we had well, it wasn't us, but we were driving. We were looking at the other lane, going the opposite direction, and a deer just darted out, and a car hit a deer. It was really unfortunate.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's really sad. Unfortunately, sometimes wildlife mixes with suburbia, and that's not.
Did the boss make an appearance? The boss did not. But
wish the
we
boss
did.
did.
They did
Do
tell
you,
us.
well,
No,
did you
did
just
you-
not want to run the half marathon?
No, but did you guys hear about what happened to the boss? So for context, the boss is like this gigantic grizzly bear that's
Giga Chad
fathered
as well.
70% of the grizzly bear cubs in Banff National Park. There's like a restaurant named after him. There's merch. It's all a big deal. I read an article that said that the boss.
Demon is crazy.
Yeah, the chat's crazy. Anyway, the boss had removed its tracking device,
Yeah.
so the boss could be anywhere at any moment.
It could be right there,
Yeah,
and we wouldn't know.
we don't know. It could become a cocaine bear situation. Have you, guys,
Cocaine bear.
have you guys seen that movie?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard
it's
about it.
actually so good.
It is good. Wait, we could watch it. We could.
It's-
We can have a
could
movie
tonight. It's
party.
hilarious.
We can get some popcorn.
Oh, we could. There's like a local theater here that's really good popcorn. We can
and they
get some.
and they put cocaine bear every day.
They don't have Cocaine Bear on now, but we could watch Cocaine Bear. It's
Alright.
good.
Okay,
it's on
yeah, that's good.
Netflix. Yeah, this is derailed so hard. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Imagine coming. You have to name the VOD in YouTube, being like Reassuring, and that's it. And they keep watching, and eventually this happens,
Yeah.
and they have to watch the entire
I mean,
thing.
it happens pretty quick.
Yeah, it's
goes
like the
fast.
first 30 minutes to
Yeah.
Guild Wars 2, and the rest.
Yeah. And look, we answered.
We
We
didn't-
don't. There's no gameplay
there's-
for 3.
That's
yet.
true.
Like, Hall of Monuments isn't the game. We haven't even got to like the promotional period for quarterly release 3.
And
Like, nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening. I mean,
It's over.
no, it's not over.
It's over.
Do you know why it's over? It's because I haven't had time to make slop about speculation
No,
that
it's
we could
over.
talk about.
Oh, you're gonna speculate? Oh, they're gonna have Warrior in the game. They're gonna have Elementalists.
Well,
in the game?
you know, we
Wow,
don't know.
That's crazy,
what,
dude.
what about ritualists? You know, that could be a thing.
They're not gonna have rituals.
What do you mean? Why not?
Oh.
Necromancer.
Because it's pre-Guild Wars 1, bro.
Yeah, and ritualist was the oldest profession.
Is that true?
It's true.
Wow.
See, I know that is actually
Jeez.
true.
Wait, I didn't know. Wait,
Well, there we go.
you read the law?
Yeah.
I didn't read the law.
Well, yeah. The moment the Guild Wars got announced, and we knew more or less, I was like, okay, what possibilities are for each class? And ritualist is like the number one, dude.
That's
Because
crazy.
the moment that humans came into Tyria, ritualists were a thing.
Is that actually true? Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess ritualist is in then.
Well, we don't know that because.
Well, how are you gonna like summon spirits in action combat game?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying it could be some. Well, it could be old spirits. It could be old ritualists that doesn't work in the same way.
Hmm.
Like maybe it works like Rev,
Yeah.
right? Maybe Revs come from ritualists and we just didn't know.
The only content we need to be doing is doing forum review, Reddit review, and most importantly, Steam discussion.
Oh wait, can we do
forums
that
and
right now,
review.
dude? Let's just do it right now, man.
Like,
let's talk about the woke
That would be
situation, the Guild Wars 3 woke situation. That is a
the-
great.
the-
That's a great
The
video.
Guild Wars woke situation is crazy to me because
is.
it's like
How
do you
you?
know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of The Boys.
Yeah.
It's like, did you guys not realize until now? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, they're like, wow, you know, this trailer has purple in it. Now ArenaNet's really gone too far.
Like, bro, like, the entire game is woke and is always
Yeah,
banned.
the
like,
entire game is
are you
woke,
dumb?
and,
Like-
the purple in the trailer is what tipped you off.
yeah, like they put purple in it. For, oh my god, it's over.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's just weird. It's just like every time there's something that gamers don't like, it makes them think it's more woke. And I think, unironically, Unreal Engine 5 made them think it would be woke.
So is the lighting woke?
I think it is. I think the lighting is woke. I think the colors are woke. And I think, don't clip me on this, by the way.
You're being clipped.
No. I mean, like that's what they think.
The TikTokers are literally clipping you right now.
Yeah, you are being.
Oh man, it's actually well. Regardless, that's what they think, and then they lose their minds and whatever.
Yeah.
Right? It's just.
It is weird, like what sets people off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what triggers them? It's triggering. They get triggered.
There's some irony there, isn't there? But like, do you remember like the crash out over like the the gay hero point in Castora?
I do remember this.
Crazy.
I think I did like 2 videos and a stream over that. Like it's
So
it was insane.
it.
Well, yeah, it
Yeah,
should have
you
been
were
because I was
milking it.
pissed off that people would say that. That's good representation. That they put in the game and people are like complaining about it, even though what? It is stupid. It's just I'm actually getting triggered right now.
Yeah, he's mad. I can see, like I'm right in front of him. He's crashing out.
He's upset.
I need a moment.
Yeah, he's visibly upset. He's reacting.
I'm reacting to the aggression. I'm reacting to the hero point.
Yeah. Discourse tea time, guys. I bet you didn't see that one coming. Things get a little wacky. Get a little wacky over here.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah, we've got some good stuff planned for the rest of the day too.
Yeah.
I'm
Wait, what are we?
Wait,
what are
what are we?
doing?
I thought we were chilling. What are you planning?
We just eating or what?
I thought we were gonna eat. Yeah. Why are you looking at us like that?
Wait. Yeah. Why are you looking at us like that?
Like what?
You said
Wait.
we have the whole day to do tea time, and now you're saying that we have plans.
Oh, we're gonna go visit my brother.
Oh
later.
right, I forgot about that.
Man, you guys. Really
Oh, and
don't
I'm getting
care
a
about
floaty
me.
beer.
Well, no, I did like I just thought you had like some kind of like secret plan
No,
because I knew we were doing that.
What time is it? Okay,
Yeah,
we're fine.
we're gonna go do that later. It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
You just seem a little
No, we're gonna
keyed down. You know?
No, we were thinking about doing bowling.
Yeah.
Remember, we had some
We
options.
should do karaoke,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, it's because you guys don't remember because we were all so blitzed last night that we can't remember.
yeah. I mean, we
anything.
went to sleep very late, and we were kind of done. We were like planning everything for today, and nobody was making any sense.
Then,
It
yeah,
was
everyone.
cooked.
It was just everyone was like disoriented.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could go for karaoke too.
Oh, that
Karaoke
would be good.
will be fun.
Well, we could just go and do the poutine. Like,
yeah, we
that's
could.
also an
Well, yeah,
option
we could do poutine.
because we
Or
could try to
not.
do it tomorrow, but it'll just get kind of.
We'll be
It'll be a
dead,
long day
or
tomorrow.
what? Yeah, I mean.
Oh, what?
No,
Whoa,
no slugs,
My
no
wife
slugs.
just came down and asked if we're talking about slugs.
Are we
again.
getting the slug mask? By
Wait,
the way?
throw the slug
Where's
mask.
the slug
Get the
mask?
slug
Can
mask.
somebody
Bring
go
us the
get
slug
the slug
mask.
mask?
Yeah.
Production.
Production.
Production. Slug
Production,
mask.
Jamie,
Yeah.
pull the slug mask.
This reminds me of casting for method because like when you're casting, you're in TeamSpeak with production,
Yeah.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's sometimes it's not obvious if the chat can hear production or not.
Oh.
okay.
So you'll be like, okay, here we go.
Oh.
Wait, it's unavailable.
Yeah, because of a reason.
Ah, yeah. The room is unavailable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. If we gave banning privileges to my wife, the entire chat and like Teapot's entire chat would be banned. Actually, no, I have a few questions for you about like because as a moderator here, we need to decide where the line is. Can you come sit next to me for a second, and, like read some of this chat? Because like some of this has been really unhinged. And I want to know where your line would be. Or you think it's all just fine?
They're just spamming frog. They're just spamming
They're just
frog wide
putting
now.
Frog wide now.
Yeah, come here.
They're
Come
putting
here.
frog wide.
Come here. If you sit here, you're not. If you sit here, you're not even in the frame, but you can read the chat.
Yeah, if you don't want to be in the frame, that's okay. They're putting. No, you can't.
Wait, what are they putting? Are they putting?
They put Darren's one all.
Yeah. With his dog, by the way.
Oh,
Dog
dog,
content?
dog, come here, come up, come on. Who wants to see the dog? Come here, buddy. Come on, come up. Oh,
The dog is camera shy.
oh, yeah, he's out of the.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
Doggo.
dog.
Puppy.
Wait, what do you mean?
She
Why is the
she doesn't
frog?
understand where the.
People
frog
just like
is
to put
here.
frogs.
There's
Yeah.
my bold face there.
What do you
that's
think
funny.
about frog wide? Like, would you ban that or would you keep that?
He's laughing.
you-
By the way, that's that one.
That's
That's
frog
that
wide.
one. Yeah. What do you think
Would
about
you
that?
keep
one?
that one?
It's not. It's
No.
not. It's not his arms.
She
It
said,
is not his arms.
wait, she
it's
said-
his legs.
She said that it looks like he's showing off his muscles, but little does she know that that's him grabbing his legs. Yeah. think about the position you'd have to be in if your
She likes
legs
it.
were above your head. Yeah.
Showing up the muscles.
What What do you think about the frog-wide version with Teapot's face?
Right. Chat, do you have questions? This is a Q&A segment.
Oh, man.
We are in a Q&A segment. Okay, this means that the chat... Yeah, you have.
It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility.
Look, for ages, we have entertained you. You must now entertain us. You didn't read them.
What do you think about
we
the
can't
Sonic?
read all of them. Like we answered some of them. Like
Sonic and
how
Knuckles.
short is Darren's? Darren's is like normal height.
Yeah, I'm like 5'10", 5'11". I don't know, some of that.
What do you get for map completion of Canada? Well, I mean, I got it. I got like maple serpent stuff.
Did anyone forget to bring toothpaste or deodorant? No.
No.
Why were you hoping
did the
it would?
lifting stream happen already? Like, I think lifting stream is not going to happen this time around, but it's something that we'll probably try.
It will
to do
happen
in
next
the
year.
future.
Next Canada.
I think we're gonna make this like an annual thing.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
it's not necessarily in Canada, but
We did do that. We did try.
It was not innovative.
It was
Yeah,
fun. It was okay.
We
We all
got
had it.
beans, and everyone here tried the beans.
It was not
actually
insane, but it was
this
good.
was a critical point though, because we brought these beans and I made sure, well, I told my wife to help me with this, but we got the Heinz baked beans. So it was like specifically what Teapot likes or whatever, but Canada version. And so he got to taste test these and compare them to the version the UK. And what was the result?
I think I actually like the Heinz beans. They're actually better here than in the UK.
Yeah.
In the UK, they're a little sweeter, which I don't like. I like it to be a bit, more savory. And yeah, they're a more kind of savory stuff here. So yeah, like I can confirm Canada Heinz beans, I think are actually better than UK Heinz beans. Or at least in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, it was good.
Beans are not mid.
They were not.
We consume beans today.
It was okay. It was good. I wouldn't say it's like the best thing in the world. It's just it's beans. Beans are nice. Toast is nice. Like what else? That's good enough for me, dude. And it's nutritious.
Well, that's the thing, though. Actually, like I would actually say that a lot of the certainly like pizza here is broadly inferior to the UK.
I would agree with that too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
To Chile's
about
pizza as
Well,
well.
it's because the kind of pizza is different, right?
Yeah,
like in
it's
the
very-
UK, you have like the stone fired.
Yeah, it's not
it's
Italian
very light.
pizza.
It's like lighter. Here, pizza's like very heavy.
It's like
and
eating bread
dense.
a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm guessing it's gonna be. I'm guessing it's gonna be super expensive though.
Not really. It's terrible.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not that much of a fan of the whole dough bread pizza.
Yeah.
It's like more dough than.
What's the best thing we
Toppings.
ate? That's actually a really good question.
Ooh.
I think it was probably actually at the German place. Like that was
Oh, yeah?
really
Yeah,
good.
that food was
like
really good.
I had like a roasted sweet potato. It was
Yeah.
insanely good.
Yeah.
I was actually really impressed. I was like
Yeah,
surprised at how good it was.
That's like right off the golf course there.
Yeah.
And as you can imagine, the golf course in Banff is probably
Expensive.
like mega money. So that's a good place.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good.
What did we eat yesterday? Oh well, the
You had the pizza with the cauliflower.
the
Yeah,
cauliflower.
the cauliflower wings. Yeah, the cauliflower wings are actually really
They were
good.
very good.
Yeah, those are actually really
I
good.
wouldn't say it's the best thing, but it definitely was up there.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, like if people are asking questions about, oh, yeah, that's the thing. Like, cause yeah, we were talking about this a little bit. Like we got
the
wraps.
The wrap.
wraps were
The wrap,
so
yeah.
The
good
wrap. No,
after
the wrap was the best thing.
The wrap
The wrap
yeah,
was the
actually,
best thing.
the wrap might be the best thing
Well,
we got. Yeah,
our judgment's
Like-
probably slightly clouded because we had just ran 21
That
kilometers.
is true.
I didn't though. I didn't.
It was
Yeah,
good.
And
It
I
was
had the
really
same
good.
opinion.
Yeah, we got this like really. What was even in it?
It was beans.
It was beans.
It was black beans.
And, like,
it was
Like,
ginger.
peppers and stuff, like ginger.
Yeah,
There was
peppers.
like some kind of like vegan cheese or something. As
some
well.
vegan cheese, which
Yeah.
was not bad. Which usually
It was-
vegan
yeah,
cheese
which
can
is
be
usually
bad.
pretty mid.
It
It
was
was actually
pretty.
good,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
good. And I think some sort of fruit mango. It was something yellow.
something,
It might have been
yeah.
bell pepper. It was great. It was
really
great.
good.
It was
actually
great.
really
It was
good.
so
Yeah.
nice. It tasted good. It wasn't too like plastic. I don't know. It was good.
A bean paste.
Bean paste. It
Yeah,
was a bean.
bean-
It was a bean paste. It was a bean paste. It was.
And yeah, to kind of comment on like this has been brought up a couple of times. I think this is something that we might end up doing stuff like this a bit more regularly as well. I think Sneb has expressed interest. Obviously, I can't speak for Sneb, but I'll let him on it a little bit. But I think the plan is that we might end up doing something like this, like potentially every year or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, some kind of meetup. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be a camping trip
Mhm.
either. Like we could do some kind of meetup. Like I would love to go to like a convention like
Yeah.
Gamescom or
Yeah.
Yeah,
PAX
Gamescom was a
again,
good
right?
idea.
Ideally, I can go to the PAX meetup this year because it's really not that far away, but
Yeah.
we'll see what the budget entails. If I were to go to Europe, like it's a huge expense, so I'd have to have like some sub goal or something. Yeah, it's yeah.
Because obviously stuff like Gamescom is good. Like I mean, I'm probably going to be at this Gamescom. Where do you think you're going as well, Darren? So this Gamescom.
I'm thinking about it. I still
Yeah.
haven't decided, but I could. Like I'm here. I have a wedding in September, so I could just go Gamescom, wedding, go back, and stay in Canada until then. But I haven't decided because I mean, if you're going, sure, I'll go. But if I'm going on my own,
Yeah. I think quite a lot of people are thinking of going to this one.
I think
I haven't decided yet entirely, but I will pretty soon.
Yeah.
I think realistically, next year's Gamescom is almost like
that one you have to
it's
go.
almost
We
locked
have to
in
go
because it's going to be right before the beta. So gameplay for 3 is like
It's very likely to happen.
Let's be real, it's gonna
gonna happen.
Right? Like,
yeah.
you know, they're gonna have the game there obviously, because it's obviously a really major gaming event.
There's probably not gonna be anything at all.
Yeah.
On this one. This year. Maybe like one more like little trailer or something.
I actually really want ArenaNet to comment on this because obviously, if people are going, you're gonna be planning now, right? Like you're gonna be thinking about flights, you're gonna be thinking about accommodation.
It would be nice. It would be nice to know.
I actually really want some communication from ArenaNet like ASAP on this because otherwise, how do we know if we're gonna go?
Yeah, you gotta give us something, man. We gotta know.
But the dates for Gamescom they're announced pretty early. They're already known, right? I think this year it's the 26th through to the 30th or something of August.
Pretty late in August, but yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm not entirely sure about that, but it's usually that. It's usually like late August, is when Gamescom is happening.
So it will be very fun. It will be very fun to go.
Yeah,
I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, and there'll be more meetups. There'll be SlugCon.
Eventually,
I saw that somebody saying you should have streamed this trip more. It just wasn't necessarily very feasible because of where we were.
Yeah.
Next time it could be different, though.
Yeah, next time it could be different.
If it's in the city, we could stream everything.
We've streamed little bits and pieces, but we have to sort like some logistics with it. But yes, I would love to basically do IRL stream 5 hours straight and just
that sounds incredibly
fun. Chatting and whatever.
Because it's not really that different from just hanging out normally. It's literally the same thing.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest as well. Like I would have liked to stream the half marathon, but I think having a camera setup would have made it like 50 times worse.
Yeah.
Like if I train way more, then it'll be fine. But yeah, like we were really worried about the rules as well this time. That's why we didn't do it. But yeah, in the future we would like to. But let me put it like this, okay? There were a number of complications that made it not super realistic, right? Like we only had a couple of like very narrow windows where we could actually.
The fact that we did as much as we did is honestly pretty surprising. Yeah. So we did it.
Well, we might stream tomorrow a little bit too.
Maybe.
But that's that would be kind of the last hurrah for streaming would be tomorrow.
Yeah, because I mean that's tomorrow's basically the last day that I'm here, right?
Yeah,
more or less.
Yeah, because Wednesday is gonna be like
going back the following day.
Yeah, me too.
You guys have any? This is an interesting question. You guys have any disagreements regarding what you'd like to see in Guild Wars 3? I think the easiest
what do you
way
think about the combat though? Like, because I think you said you wanted something more slow, but it may even be faster, considering like the whole movement thing that it said, like how movement and momentum is gonna work in Guild Wars 3 to make you do more damage.
Yeah, I think it's hard when I say I want it to be slower. It doesn't mean I want it to be slow paced entirely. Like I just think that Guild Wars 2 has become a little bit too fast.
He wants low APM.
I'm okay with combat being
lower APM.
Lower APM.
The game is too hard.
I'm okay with dynamic combat. I just at some point the APM becomes almost unfun because it's more a matter of how dexterous are you rather than how good is your strategy, right? I suppose to compare this to a sport, like I've been playing a lot of pickleball recently, and pickleball isn't the most dexterous sport. It has some dexterity, but that's complemented by your ability to think out a strategy. I feel like in Guild Wars 2, sometimes the strategy is gone, right? At least for lower level players too. It's just not there. You just kind of swing your sword. So.
I don't know if this is agreement, but we talked a little bit about this in the car. But I would really like having more races in the game eventually, and even like allied races, like for more roleplay. Like like it would be cool if right now we assume that we have the lowland Coden, but maybe eventually we go to the northern Sheer Peaks, right? In another expansion, and we get the polar bear totem,
Okay.
for example, or we have the Ascalonian humans with the Crichton humans, and also the Orion and the Elonian, and we can choose which one, and those give us specific customizations, and maybe those are maybe tied to some expansions. They said in the post that the original region would be Ore, but eventually we would go somewhere else. So I'm guessing it's gonna be like the first aspect of Guild Wars 3, we go to Sheer Peaks, or some other one we go to Kryta, or like whatever, depending on the story. But I really would like that, and I would really like them to go even like they free themselves a little bit from the lore, because there's not that much. They can even retcon some stuff, considering that the gods area are not the best reliers for like good information. They could be lying in certain spots. So I really want them to just go wherever they want to make the game better.
This comments are just weird sometimes. Okay, anyway, let's. Yeah, no, I agree.
No,
Yeah.
I guess we agree with that.
I mean, I'm
you
trying to
disagree with
think
me?
if I have any.
Any
I don't
hot
think we
takes?
disagree that much.
Well,
Like, we may have slight
He's thinking
different
about it.
preferences
He's triggered.
in game style. Like for me, I'm okay with the game. Like my most nuclear take on Guild Wars 2 is I just wouldn't invest in like 10-person raids. I would do way more small scale stuff. I would do like maximum 8, but ideally 4 or 5. I would just do like all dungeon small.
Don't you only
instant
think
content.
that though, because like the population in Guild Wars 2 is so low? Like for
Well,
example, in
maybe.
retail WoW, you have like 30-man raids forming like at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I mean,
it's harder,
maybe.
like
Well,
much harder
yeah,
content.
yeah,
But,
that's
but
true.
yes, but I
Right.
don't think the population for Guild Wars 3 would be like that. Like
Well,
because
really? I
well,
would-
no, listen. Like
Okay.
the number of people is there, but I don't think that the demographic has like Guild Wars 2's dominant demographic right now. If they were to move over to Guild Wars 3, that they just don't like that kind of content, right? It's just not a part of the
Yeah,
culture.
but the people that are gonna play Guild Wars 3 is not gonna be the people that play Guild Wars 2 as
Well,
much.
but that's the natural transfer, right? Is your core
Yeah, but
fan base?
it's gonna
for
be
Guild
like-
Wars- they'll try.
It's gonna be
I
like
don't- I
10%
actually-
of the complete.
I think even if every single Guild Wars 2 player played Guild Wars 3, which they won't, that will be a fraction.
A very small one, I would say. It's
Yeah,
not going to be relevant to
maybe.
the culture.
I would just be. I think it's really hard to compete with these MMOs that already kind of dominate that specific space. Like you'd be kind of setting yourself up for some failure if you try to compete with WoW in raids or compete with WoW in like Final Fantasy 14 with these sorts of instance content. I just don't think it's a good idea to try to compete like that. I would much prefer that they try to be different in some way.
Yeah, I definitely think they shouldn't make it a main focus of the game.
Yeah.
For sure. But I think it's almost one of the things that's going to be there either way, that you're going to have dungeons or something like that. You're going to have,
You're gonna have
open world stuff.
Yeah,
You're going to have like probably some kind of like raid analog, right?
Yeah, I'm not necessarily saying to just not do it at all either. I guess I'm mostly saying I think they should just do it very differently, and that would be with
I would agree.
smaller groups.
Sure.
I think that would be more appealing to people for Guild Wars 3.
We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
guess
see,
find out.
We'll see. I mean, look, it's
I think I know.
we're going to be
soon
saying
enough.
that a lot, right? Because, the Guild Wars 3 announcement timing is so weird. Like,
Yeah,
it
it's a little
feels
weird.
very early in a
Yeah,
way.
no, I agree.
Because we're not really going to know what's going on for quite a while, I think.
Yeah,
having
it's very surprising to me that it was now and not in August, like in Gamescom, like after VOE is done. Because I mean, I know some people say about like the whole vlogs will change something to make Guild Wars 3 happen, which I actually don't even mind that much. I know you people don't like it at all, but like I don't really mind if that's where we're going. But in some ways, Guild Wars 3 could have been spoiled by the fact that that VOE is not done. So I don't know. I mean, sorry, VOE could be spoiled by the fact that Guild Wars 3 got announced.
Oh, you want like the...
I'm
want
not saying
the
I want it. I'm just saying
You
like,
want
it's
the
weird.
timeline? Dude, the
No.
timeline split is... Oh my god.
I don't hate it. I'm just saying that it's weird that they didn't announce it after VOE, because if that happens, we essentially got spoiled.
Yeah, I mean, I think they wanted to do it early because it probably just got to a point where, well, one,
We know-
SGF is a really good time to do it.
Yeah, it is a good time.
And two, we haven't even announced if there's an expansion and we're going into maintenance.
For only 18 months.
Only 18,
Maintenance period.
the ultimate timeline.
Yeah.
Dude, that emote is crazy, dude. I can't
what
believe that's an
systems do you hope
emote.
It's a good
survive
emote.
in the
Like that
Guild
is a
Wars
crazy
3?
emote. Like maintenance mode is a huge emote. Wait,
Uh,
what systems do you
yeah.
hope survive into Guild Wars 3? Probably just something that's a
None.
bit like dynamic events. Really, is like the only
Which
thing.
they kind of did talk about.
Did they?
I don't remember. Well, there's some job listings that talk about dynamic events.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I would have to go check on my phone, but I do know that they talked a little bit about it.
No.
You can't say that, bro.
Yeah. No, I think that yeah,
Look
like
at that.
that's like the thing that I want to stay, like because
Oh,
this might be, I guess within Guild Wars 2, this might be a bit of a hot take, but I really don't want Guild Wars 2.5. Like
Yes.
I really,
man.
really,
I don't
really,
either.
There,
really,
there's
I don't
so
think
many
that's hot
systems
take
in
at
Guild Wars
all.
2 that are so scuffed, man.
well, it's not even the scuffness. It's that I really want
They just
something
don't work.
fundamentally different.
Sure.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't.
But like,
If I
Oh,
log into
dude.
Guild Wars 3 day one and I'm like, wow, this is just Guild Wars, Guild Wars 2, but
Again.
with more pixels and the lighting looks better. Like, that's just so lame.
yeah,
Well,
I
and
agree.
it's not even just that. It's like I don't want something that's exactly like WoW or exactly like Final
Yeah,
Fantasy.
yeah.
It's
You
like,
want something
I
new.
want something to completely change how I think about MMORPGs.
And
I
that's
know
what they
a
said.
It's a big ask, but that's what I want.
It's
I
not
want
a big
something
ask
different.
because they want that. They
Yeah.
told us that's what they're doing. So it's not really that we're asking. They set the expectation that it will be something revolutionary to the MMORPG experience. So if they don't deliver, I mean, that's what they said. One thing that I am excited about is the fact that it's in console, so the inventory management cannot be horrible to an extent. Like it can be the Guild Wars 2 that we have now, because that would, I mean, it wouldn't make me
Yeah.
quit, but it would make me crash out, like every day essentially. So I mean, hopefully.
Do they make the open world stuff in Guild Wars 3 more challenging?
I mean,
Uh,
depends.
I think they should make
What do you
every
mean by
player
that, I
rage
guess?
quit.
I think they actually have some potential to do that. Like in Guild Wars 2, the thing is, look, this is going to sound weird, but it's 1,000,000% true. People play Guild Wars 2 because it's an easy game. I think that's
Yeah.
actually one of the defining features of Guild Wars 2 is that it is easy. It's not difficult at all. When you go to Guild Wars 3, you have a bit more potential. And by the way, like, turn the clock back to Guild Wars 1. Guild Wars 1, like, map content, like, let's say you go and do missions, you go do vanquishing, that is far harder than in Guild Wars 2. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Right? In terms of the difficulty that you encounter there. So I think it's not actually inconceivable that they could make a game that, again, like, has a bit of a different difficulty curve, like, in 3, especially because they're attracting a new audience, right? Like, for sure.
But it's not really, in my opinion, it's not really about the open world being more like harder, but being more engaging. I feel like because
Yeah.
right now in Guild Wars 2, it really feels like, and it always felt this way. It's like, or you one shot everything, or you get one shot yourself, even in open world. And I feel like I would like in newer MMOs or games, it's more like, okay, the guy is attacking me, I'm gonna have to dodge here, and I have to look at the animation. In Guild Wars 2, it kind of works that way, but does it really? Like, I'm not paying attention to the animations at any point in Guild Wars 2. Like, if they make a good combat system, I think it'll be more engaging and more difficult. So I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be good.
Yeah. If we missed your question, by the way, just repeat it. I think
Yeah,
we did miss
because
one.
the thing
Well,
kind of
what
goes
do you
fast.
think? What do you think about that question?
Ask it again. Which one?
Do you think they should make the game more difficult in
Oh.
open world?
Well, I mean, I'm just really biased. I had never played WoW before, and then when I went and played Classic, and open world felt dangerous. I found
Yeah.
myself feeling very immersed.
Yeah.
Like I've on the record saying quite often that in Guild Wars 2, one of the reasons I struggle with the story is that I don't feel like it's very meaningful. When somebody tells me that this like super bad evil god is there, and I go and one shot it, that just feels not right. So I'd much rather, if the world is supposed to be a scary place in parts, I'd like certain parts of it to actually be fearsome. I want to go and be challenged every once in a while. So that's my personal preference because I really enjoy how classic WoW makes me feel like the world is very real. But maybe that's not the best choice because Guild Wars is currently known for something.
Well, yeah, but like, I feel like people feel less frustrated in classic WoW sometimes than in Guild Wars 2 open world. Like, is that a crazy thing to say? Like, I feel like in classic WoW it's very straightforward. It's like, the guy is level 18, I'm level 20, I win, kind of, mainly because I have better gear. I press my buttons. I feel like in Guild Wars 2, just, you have to have the build, you have to have the gear, There's so many things. And also, like, it's not really about it being hard. It's like, it's just about, it's about the engagement. It's about, like how we said, like, it's smaller scale. And they did say that Guild Wars 3 would be more about smaller stories, not about the entire world and you saving the world and the world being destroyed and everything. It's gonna be like the guilds and how they engage with ore particularly, which makes it so even if you are a little bit overpowered, if you're overpowered over like a, I don't know, like corrupted swine, like, okay, it's just a swine. It's not gonna be Balthasar that you're gonna be fighting.
Yeah. Okay, before I forget, there's a question that's already scrolled past, but it had to do with rebalancing bosses and stuff. I don't think this is like super complex question to answer, but do I think they'll rebalance raid bosses and stuff in Guild Wars 2 over time? I'm gonna extend your question a little bit and say, like, are they gonna rebalance even open world events? I think that over time, as the population shifts up and down, they'll probably have to rebalance some scaling and stuff anyway. So the answer is hopefully, maybe.
They kind of have to though in the 18 months, I think.
Yeah,
They will. Like, I'm not sure if they'll do it with raids though, because here's the reality: like, raids are already too difficult for the vast majority of the player base, even in their extremely power crept state. So, are they going to want to make that harder? Pretty unlikely. Maybe on challenge modes, but again, like, think about it, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, stuff like Samurog challenge mode is already far too hard for most of the, like, a vast majority of the player base. Making it harder is probably like a, and the other thing is, this is important, just tuning the health does nothing for the people you're actually talking to.
Yeah.
Because if you're a hardcore player and you want the fight to be harder, making the fight have more health doesn't make it more difficult. It makes it longer. It's why a lot of experienced raiders actually really dislike Wing 8. Wing 8 isn't hard. It's slow. It's long, right? And same with like Keeler Norm mode. Keeler Norm mode is not difficult whatsoever, but it is long, and it, you know, and because it takes such a long time.
Well, there's something to say though. Like, if you make the fight go longer, it disproportionately affects weaker players because they're forced to engage with more mechanics. Right, so the mechanics themselves aren't necessarily more difficult, but you just have more of them. So the chance of failure, especially if you're a weaker player or a newer raider, higher. That's why there's probably a disproportionate frustration with Keela normal mode versus CM, because in normal mode, because the fight's a little bit longer, there's more opportunity to fail, and so those players fail more, and it's frustrating for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was something about
this one is super easy. Guild Wars 3 will be an MMO. Like, they've said this like 50 million times.
Dude, don't worry about the Genshin thing or Will Smith thing. It's not gonna happen.
It'll be completely pay to win though. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
It won't be a gacha. It won't be like Guild Wars 1. If it's like, if it will be smaller scale, but it'll just be like, instead of 50, it'll be like 30, which is still an MMO, right? It's gonna be an MMO. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. We'd like to see a raid culture and difficulty in Guild Wars 3 more similar to WoW, more tailored towards casuals. I think what's really important to note there, and this is something that I think people really don't realize about WoW, is that WoW has both of those. WoW is absurdly casual friendly. Like, you can be a complete solo player and you can progress incredibly far in that game. And also, this is really important to understand, it is far easier to get into dungeons and raids in WoW than it is in Guild Wars 2. It's like, it's not even close, by the way. It's so much easier to get into both of those in this game compared to this game. Like, in many ways, WoW is much more casual friendly than Guild Wars 2. Like Guild Wars 2 is more casual friendly in the sense that like, dungeons and raids aren't relevant for progression, but WoW is far more casual friendly in the sense that it is much easier to do that stuff if you want to as a casual player. Whereas for Guild Wars 2, it's much more inconvenient, like, as a casual player. So, like, first of all, I don't think those things are mutually exclusive whatsoever. But also, would I want to see a more... You're asking me, would I like to see a more competitive community? I mean, obviously, the answer for me, right? Like, I like that type of community. I find it exciting, right? I really like, you know, I like esports. I like hard, you know, challenging raids. I like PvP, all that kind of stuff. So, would I like to see a bit more competitive spark? Absolutely, yeah. Like, and I think that this shouldn't be a super controversial take. Like, I actually think it's kind of depressing that a lot of people in Guild Wars just think, oh yeah, I could never do that, right? Like, they write themselves off before they even try, right, to get into this type of content, right? And stuff like when a challenge, I mean, think about the example that always comes up is Dragon's End. Like, think how depressing it is that when something challenging came out, instead of going, okay, how are we going to overcome this? People said, I will not even engage with this content until it is nerfed.
In fact, I will anti-engage with it. I will force everyone else to fail until the fail
Yeah,
rate is
there
I will
were-
protest against
There were
it.
multiple LFGs during Dragon's End saying, Grief Squad, basically. Like, come and join this map and AFK in protest of this event. We are going to make every event fail that we can, so that ArenaNet's forced to nerf it. So yeah, would I kind of want that type of culture, or like a more competitive culture? 100%, yeah.
There was a question about systems, like your top 3 systems that you'd want changed or something in Guild Wars 2 to Guild Wars 3. Mine are looking for group or ways that players find guilds, each other, whatever, just sort of like the community system, the whole. And then inventory. I think that inventory is actually a big deal to a lot of players. I don't think it's actually talked about enough. Like people kind of meme about it and they send bags to new players and all that stuff. But I know so many people that jump into Guild Wars 2 and they're like, I don't know what's good. I don't know what's valuable. And it's just kind of overwhelming. I think there's too much clutter and just stuff in Guild Wars 2. I'd say the other one is probably all these crazy currency systems that exist. Maybe that's just because the game's been out so long. They've tried to fix this, but it goes back to this. It's really hard to tell what's valuable and what's important. And I think for more casual players, when there's so many of these different currencies and items, it's just so overwhelming that you end up not wanting to engage with it at all.
Yeah, for sure. No, I definitely agree with that. And I think it's probably a little bit too late to fix a lot of that stuff in Guild Wars 2.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
outside of the LFG, and I think the LFG should be like a really big focus. I feel like it's actually something that I feel like almost every MMO doesn't do this super well, actually, in terms of like how you collect players together. Like even in other games that have like really active competitive scenes, like Final Fantasy or World of Warcraft, a lot of it is still off-platform, right? Like you're going to do a lot of your connecting in third-party services like Discord and so on. So I would love to see some kind of attempt to try to make it really easy to do that in the game. I'm not saying that you should, that you can't use Discord or that using Discord is bad. It's just that I think it would be really nice if there was a good option where you could actually do that within the game itself as well. So that if you don't want to go to a third-party platform, you don't have to.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It will depend on how the systems in Guild Wars 3 are gonna be. Like not the system, but like the combat. Like, will there be roles? Like will there be a Trinity? You guys think?
I just thought of something like really important. But okay, ask your question again so I can answer it first.
No, just answer your.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say sorry, so random, but I realized another system that must be fixed. I really dislike that when I report someone in Guild Wars 2, I don't know if anything happened. And the only reason that's important is because there are times I think there's a lot of distrust. Like it's become a society.
This will be big in PvP.
Yeah,
this will be really
in,
good
in
in
PvP right now. Like there was a guy that for 3 years, every time that he would lose, he would completely AFK, flame out his team. And I would come back and I'd run into this guy again and again and again. And I was just like, why isn't he just permabanned? Like he's full out harassing people every game and just flaming them out and calling them all kinds of names and stuff. And it just makes the game really unpleasant after a while. I really think that moderation needs another look. Like they need to look at how things are moderated in Guild Wars 2 and hopefully up the moderation a lot in Guild Wars 3. You need to establish a culture and stick to it, because that gives players trust in your system. Like they have a code of conduct and stuff, but I swear there are people that are able to just bypass this and get second, third, fourth, fifth, 10th chances. And at some point you got to just be like, look, the guy is unhinged. It's time to help them put the keyboard down.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with that. I think it's one of the biggest problems with PvP is that people just don't think that ArenaNet moderate whatsoever. The reality is, I'm not going to say that everyone who does something bad gets banned. That's obviously not true. But the reality is, a lot of players who behave badly will be actioned.
Yeah.
Right now, I think that ArenaNet are maybe a bit of a soft touch, especially with like repeat offenders and bad actors. 100%. Yeah. Look. This is not like a private position I hold, right? Like, yeah, I think that it is important to really kind of draw a firm line in the sand when it comes to players who engage in like really bad behavior repeatedly and end up getting permaban and stuff. But yeah, I completely agree with you. Like, stick to a moderation policy and give players feedback. I think it's very, very frustrating when you have no idea. And thinking about it, it's like it's worse than that, because you report someone and maybe they get banned like a week later when the ticket gets reported or whatever, and then you won't even know. You've forgotten about the incident, so you don't know that any action was taken based off your report. So like you go, oh, ArenaNet doesn't care.
Yeah,
right?
all I would want, this is so simple, is when I file a report, I get an in-game mail or an email, depending on how you contacted them, that just says, hey, we have actioned this based according to our policies. Thank you for the report. Done. Don't have to say how long it was. Don't have to say what action they took. Just say that they did something. Because currently I don't think that's the case,
No,
right?
no.
You just report and...
And other games, I guess, do it. Like, I think like in League of Legends, they actually tell you, like, this person got banned, your report was successful, blah, 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 blah. And, I mean, I guess if Guild Wars 3 doesn't have PvP, is that big of a deal that we don't have that? But even in PvE, it's important, because people do stuff that is horrible in PvE. Like, people get toxic, and if there's any sort of like win or lose situation, that will happen. And players need to know that the game is real and people care about it. Because if you see people hacking or exploring something and the people don't get banned, the stakes disappear. And in a game that is coming out like Guild Wars 3 that is new, you have to make people care about it and continually to care about it. So I think it is very important.
Yeah. Yeah, and when it comes to, I guess, the thing that I want changed, just depower creep the game. Like, that might happen. I could imagine that happening. Like, I don't know how difficult that'd be, but look, it's weird. I know that everyone here probably really likes Guild Wars 2 combat. Like, I do as well. But this is going to sound really weird, guys, but I kind of struggle to enjoy it in PvE and World versus World. It's too spammy. It doesn't really feel like my decisions matter that much. Like, okay, put it like this. When I play PvP and I play ranked, sometimes let me try and explain this. I feel like I beat players who maybe actually played better than me, but it doesn't matter because I press my buttons faster. And I think that is kind of like the microcosm of the problem that I'm describing here. Like, it feels this way in PvE as well. Like, I just send. Like, I'm not really thinking of what buttons to press, because honestly, it's like not even... It doesn't matter. Like, you just send it. Like, everything is a short cooldown. Everything gives like 50 million boons. Everything heals. Everything does damage. Right? Like, it's just very, very spammy. In general, and I really want to go back to a world where you kind of consider how to use your abilities a bit more. Like, that's the thing that I guess that it's kind of moved away in the game that I would like more. Because like PvP, I know I said the PvP is kind of like has a little bit of this, and it is to an extent. But PvP is the only place where I actually kind of feel Guild Wars 2 combat anymore. Like, where you have to actually think about how to use stuff. You have to manage your cooldowns effectively. You have to go, oh, this guy just dodged. Like, I love doing stuff like, it's a little bit like this in World of Roaming 2. It's like, I'm counting the player's dodges. I'm counting the defensives being used. That feels really good. I actually like that a lot about Guild Wars 2 combat. But especially in PvE, I don't feel any of that. Like, it's just send as hard as you possibly can, and it's always correct. Like, there's very rarely a situation in PvE where you have to actually think about using your abilities.
Yeah, I think you talked about this. I think we're talking about it in the camp, but WoW does this very well, right? You press one button, and the button is meaningful. Not only because it's, maybe 3 minutes cooldown, but it does something, but because we have protection that is, like, forever there. We have quickness and that is forever there. Like, are we really engaging with anything here? In PvP, it's different because you don't get those things all the time. But in PvE, you get one shot, or because you don't have the boons, or, well, you don't.
Completely fine. Yeah.
And nothing happens.
It's kind of the same in World versus World too. Like, you're at 100% health, you're getting healed by the 3 healers, and then you die instantly because like a Hollow Smith like connects onto you or whatever. Yeah. Kills you instantly.
Exactly. And it's not even about, it's just about you press the button and you feel something when you press the button, other than just pressing them all the time out of cooldown, which most classes is what they do. They just press all the buttons fast and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that like people do tend to conflate APM with skill expression, and it's true that APM is a form of skill expression. But I think it would be kind of worth noting that if you look at some other games, like a lot of very competitive games outside of RTS, typically are a bit slower paced in terms of APM. Still very very skillful. With like how accurately you use your abilities, like how quickly you react, right? Like how you link your abilities together and manage abilities. It's like, funny enough, I think New World is actually a really good example of this. There was a guy in New World who would run around dueling max level players with like level 1 stick.
That's
Right?
crazy.
And he would win,
That's awesome.
right? Because like the game was very skill based, right? Even
Right,
though
yeah.
like the APM in that game is not super high, obviously. So,
And there's
action
not that
combat
many
game,
buttons.
and there's less abilities, but it still had like massive skill expression within it. Like you outplay your opponent, like you will be able to win. Like the better player in New World like wins quite a bit.
Which is how it should be.
Which is how it should be.
It should be.
Love to see it.
I mean, like,
Feels
even
damn
League
good.
of Legends, how many buttons does League of Legends have? Like,
Yeah.
4?
No,
5?
yeah, of course. Well,
And
I
yeah,
think
you click a
that-
lot, but
yeah.
like, I mean,
that game is pretty fast paced, though. I feel like
it
especially in the
is.
team fights.
But it's a good example of, yeah, maybe it's fast paced, but how many buttons do you have by using that
That's
fast
true.
pace? Like, you can do whatever you want with the combat system as
Yeah.
long as you design it correctly.
And that kind of goes back to what Sneb was saying earlier, because like Sneb was not wanting like a high APM moment. I remember
Yeah.
playing like StarCraft 2 with Sneb, and like an Oracle flies in. He's like, "I hate this. I'm uninstalling the game."
Yeah.
Like,
No irony. I actually do say that. Like I remember playing StarCraft 2 back in the day, and it was a lot slower, and I felt like your decisions early on mattered a bit more. But yeah, now StarCraft, one Oracle comes in, and it's just you're just over. It's super annoying. Yeah, all harassment units should be deleted.
Oh.
I think Chad are talking about progression. I kind of want.
Yeah.
There's another question I wanted to talk about, like what kind of game modes are we expecting? But we could almost like link this here a little bit
Yeah.
to this. But like, okay, gamers, it's going to be horizontal progression.
It's gonna be.
It will be, right? And like,
It doesn't have to be bad, though.
I get that some people might not like that because I know that a lot of people like to see the number go up. But to be honest, it's a bit of an ArenaNet trademark, and it's not going to go away.
Yeah, no.
Realistically, like,
But it still can be good. It can be fun, and you can have meaning by getting the gear. Because right now in Guild Wars 2, it feels like, I mean, is gearing a new build fun? I guess. But whenever you have legendaries,
I have a prediction.
it's kind of meme. Yeah.
I think that the vertical vertical progression of Guild Wars 3 will be acquiring skill. That's what I would say.
Well, it would still be. I mean, I guess it would be vertical, but at some point you finish, right?
Well, yes, but that's the most vertical progression
Right,
of it. Right?
sure.
So I think your gear won't actually be that meaningful. I think it will be the skills that they try to implement a lot of meaning. Right, that will be where you're moving. Similar to Guild Wars 1, collecting all of the skills is actually a big part of your progression. And sure, they have the unlock thing, but then you have to buy tomes and acquire gold, so you still have to kind of go and unlock them, right? I think that makes Guild Wars 1 feel very fun. It's almost like Pokemon got to catch them all.
Yeah.
I would love to see that return for Guild Wars 3.
And you could even tie it up with, like, the gods and whatever, being like, oh well, the classes are not quite there yet in how they're gonna, and the gods are gonna make mesmers or all this other stuff, and maybe we are making our own classes by then.
Yeah.
Although maybe that would be a bit scuffed because people really like being one class. They like being a mesmer, or they like being blah blah blah. But there could be something like that, right? And considering that it's ArenaNet and hero points and whatever, and this horizontal progression, I think collecting skills would definitely be be a part of it.
Yeah, I think they'll obviously expand on the skills that there are in the game, so you'll have that, which will be kind of vertical, I guess. I'd say it's still more horizontal. Like, I think the core issue, and I think this is actually a problem that's got worse over time, actually. Like, Guild Wars 2 gearing actually feels frustrating to the point where
Yes.
it feels so bad to me, to the point where if I don't have full legendary, I will rather run around with a white focus with no sigil on it than engage with it. Because, like, it's going to make me click and select menus and then drag it into another menu for my gear template. It's like,
Click
dude,
economy.
just get me out of here, man. Like, it's so UI heavy. Like,
Yeah.
just, look, I want to get an item. Send me to the dungeon. Send me to the boss. I'll kill it and get the loot. That's what I want. I don't want to have to, select the stat and drag it there and then put the upgrade in it, right? And it's just like I actually find it really, really frustrating. I
agree.
strongly dislike it. To be honest, like it's too UI heavy.
Mhm.
I much prefer it when you have unique items. I think that's one thing that they'll probably move away from in 3, actually. Is that instead of having, oh yeah, every Berserker item is the same, every Viper item is ultimately interchangeable. I think it's going to be a lot more, well, I would hope anyway, it's going to be a lot more like items are unique in some sense. So like, oh, you want to get this item, you go farm this boss, right? You want to get this item, you go farm that, right?
Like forever.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, maybe. I could also see them having some kind of upgrade system, a bit like WoW, to make the game a bit more vertical, in a sense, because I do expect them to go a little bit more vertical. Because bear in mind, guys, like ArenaNet are aiming for a really big audience here. They're trying to go big, and people do like it when the number goes up. So I think having the number go up to some extent, I think, is fairly likely, but it will still ultimately be it will still ultimately be possible.
Yeah, I mean, to what extent would you expect that? I'm sure you wouldn't expect seasonal gear grind, right?
No, I don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll be seasonal.
It could be like, you know how we get the relics right now? There's
Yeah.
a new patch, and you have to unlock X thing to
Yeah.
get that relic. I think probably like that. But this time, we don't have legendaries that just switch everything all the time. I don't know. A middle ground, I guess, between those.
And there probably will be some kind of like Omega,
Like you just unlock
Omega
everything.
endgame. But like endgame, like I'm not sure if they'll do legendaries again, because I think legendaries are actually a bit OP.
Yeah, I think they're OP. Yeah.
In a way, because getting legendaries actually does mean that you finish the game, and that is kind of weird. I think they realize this with relics, right? Like they realize this because they initially all your relics would update. So when your relics came out, they'd be in the legendary, but now they make you unlock them.
Yeah.
Now to be fair, you can cheese it with world versus world,
which I think is maybe a little bit of a
which is
I don't like
interesting.
that.
It is nice, to be fair.
It is nice, but it's like I understand that maybe some overswallows don't want to play PvE. I get it, but at the same time, isn't it like you're not playing the game? Like you're not unlocking the thing that we got new content. You don't even have to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want that in Guild Wars 3. I don't want PvP players, if there is PvP, to just like, oh, I'm just gonna do the same thing I always do.
Yeah.
In the new...
I definitely want the reward structure in Guild Wars 3 to be much more linked to the actual content. I like, and this is why I'm glad that 3 is different, because I don't think I'd actually advocate to change this in 2. I think one of the features of Guild Wars 2 is that the reward structure is decoupled from the content. Like that's actually something that people like about the game, and it's a feature and a selling point thing. So I wouldn't want to change that there.
But in Guild Wars 3,
it is something that I don't like, because the rewards in Guild Wars 2 are so decoupled from the actual content. I cannot care about a single reward in Guild Wars. I cannot. The only reward, and again, we talked about this before, right? The only reward that I could ever conceivably think of as even remotely good is like the monthly OT gizmo, because it's like very tightly coupled to a very specific thing. But everything else is completely disconnected from the actual game itself. So it's meaningless to me. It's just junk. It's
I agree with you, though. I think most people really dislike when rewards are exclusive in some way.
Yeah.
And I use exclusive kind of loosely. But a good example of this that isn't skill-based, but rather time-based, is when Guild Wars 2 had the head start. I think for the first week of Guild Wars 2, you could acquire like a baseball cap with the Guild Wars 2 logo on it.
Yeah.
The celebration cap. And then for many years after that, that was the only way to get that hat. So I would always have that hat on my character, and it was very meaningful to me because it represented a point in time. There's kind of a story behind that. But then there was one day where they're like, "Hey, everybody just gets the hat for free." It was like after Extra Life or something.
And it's
and I was berated for this, but I was kind of against that because I like it when there are some drops that have this meaning behind it. I'm okay with them releasing the hat that has like a slightly different logo or skin or something, but retaining that old nostalgic moment, that's how I got the hat. That was cool. Players used to message me in the game and say, "How did you get that hat? Like, that's super cool. I've never seen that skin before." Now, like, everybody has the hat. Like, it's just so meaningless.
Yeah.
I don't like it. By the way, chat, you keep calling me out saying I'm zoning out. I'm reading the chat. You guys are right here. I'm reading the chat the whole time. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
You guys think I'm not engaged. You guys are you're coming at me. Like I am laser focused on you.
I do understand what you mean, Sneb. I do think sometimes it's a little bit mean when it's unobtainable items. Like at some point, you have to be able to get them back.
Well, what's wrong with having
It's
some
a trade.
items
It's a
that-
trade-off.
You can
Like,
do it sometimes. You just can't do it all the time.
It's actually just a really big trade-off because look,
Yeah.
I'll say I'll just be very explicit with what Sneb's getting at here to an extent. Like any PvE achievement that has no time limit will eventually become worthless.
Yeah. Exactly.
The reason for that is because selling and obviously just over time, like it becomes less special because everyone ends up getting it.
Well, that's
Like,
just,
that is just like a function of reality here. So if you want to have something in PvE be meaningful forever, it has to be time limited. Like you can't do it any other way.
Or it has to be locked behind something
yeah.
very difficult or competitive, right? Like the PvP stuff.
It can be a
Because
Yeah,
grind.
they're
It can be a
still
big
time-limited in a
grind
way,
too.
but yeah, they're difficult to.
Sure. I mean, but that's the thing. Like, you can make it so it's easy to get, but you can never. You have to be there at the moment
Yeah.
to get it. You can make it so it's an event that happens every 3 years or something like that.
Well, to
I
be
think
clear,
is
it's a
fine.
trade-off, right?
It's-
Like
yeah, you trade off
dude,
the
I'm not
things.
saying that everything should be like this. I'm just explaining what's going on here. I'm
Yeah,
explaining
of
the
course.
situation. I'm explaining what Sneb is talking about here is that he wants things to have some level of like permanent
Yeah.
value.
I wouldn't disagree
Right,
with that, of
meaning.
course.
And
You have to
like
just
a
move
really
them
good
around.
example of this is in WoW again. Like WoW basically has an achievement for the first 200 guilds in the world to clear a raid, and you get a special title for it. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. You get a title. If you clear the raid tier before the next raid comes out, you get cutting edge, right? Or if you do it on heroic, you get ahead of the curve. And those things hold their value forever.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, there's a little bit of selling going on for cutting edge and Hall of Fame, so it's a little bit different there. But for Hall of Fame, that's something that like very holds its own forever. And obviously you have the race towards first and all that kind of stuff as well.
But what do you think of something like the Mage Tower, for example? Because the Mage Tower was a thing that
Yeah, I mean that's good.
I think it's good because even
What was
I
the
got
Mage
it.
Tower?
Oh, so yeah, I forget.
It's like solo challenges.
It's a
Oh,
solo
okay.
challenge that you get a specific. If you do this challenge, you get a specific skin.
Yeah.
A weapon.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I
But
think
you
those
could-
things are good.
You could only do it in 2016, and they remade it. Did they remake it at the end of the day? You could get it again.
Yeah.
This year, last year.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like what 10 years. Like that's fine. It's still people could get it, but it's in 10 years. That's a fine. You still get your value out of it. It's still meaningful.
Yeah. I guess where all this is going though.
We're
is
kind
that
of
there's
agreeing, to
kind
be
of
honest.
two-
We're not
there's
disagreeing.
Kind of two camps, right? There's people that much prefer the idea of essentially there being zero status on items, and they just want to play dress up. And I'm not saying that in a negative way either. I'm simply trying to express that there are some people that for them the fun part of the game is having all access to all of these things and being able to customize their character in a way that's meaningful to them. They don't care about the inherent story behind the items. They just like being able to dress up their character. But for other people, when they see a character, they want to be able to effectively see the story and the meaning behind what
Yeah.
they're doing.
And this is like a really important thing that I really want to really underline for the chat here. Different players who have different preferences have needs and wants that are mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So, to be clear, we're not I want to shrimpelaz. We're not moralizing here. We are saying that our preferences, right? Like, we're not saying that either way is right or wrong. We're just saying that this is the way it is, right? Like, if that makes any sense.
And
I think me and Sneb in particular are very aligned on this.
Yeah.
I do not care about any skin, any item, unless it has a story behind it.
Exactly.
Like if it has some kind of context within the game world. And by the way, I don't know how extreme I am really extreme. If it doesn't have that, it's worthless. I put no value on
In fact, it has negative value if I can just
Yeah.
buy it. Because
Yeah.
it almost feels like cheating to me. Like, and it's weird because when I say this, I feel like I'm offending the people that really enjoy like fashion wars, right? But being able to buy a skin on the Black Lion trading post or whatever, or the gem store, being able to instantly buy it, it just feels like, okay, whatever. Like that doesn't
Yeah.
have any meaning, any story to me. It doesn't matter.
It's pretty funny because I think I'm in the middle ground here because I do understand that. For me, things that you actually have to accomplish, they have a bigger meaning. But if they like things like Generation 3 Lenders, I think that people were talking about it. They still have meaning to me because they look cool and I put some other type of effort that I put myself individually that I didn't swipe for. and that's meaningful to me. And then there's a tier on the bottom, which is like gem store items.
Yeah.
That they look cool, but they have a very low amount of meaning to
Yeah,
me.
well, but we exactly right. The Gen 3 legendary may have some kind of story that this gets complicated because you can argue that if you're able to just swipe and buy something, the story is kind of diluted. But barring that, excluding that, yes, going on a journey, doing a series of achievements, having to go and put the things in the Mystic Forge, you're creating a story. And when other people see that you have that item, they recognize that
Yeah, I
story
agree.
as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And they can almost like empathize with you having to go through things.
They
it's
know
kinda
what you
like,
did.
this is what I used to get like torched for this take, but I I'm curious to see your reaction to this. I actually think that achievements that have some like grotesque, horrible component to them are
He's right.
actually uniting in a way.
It's
And-
true. No,
and-
he's right.
and,
He's right.
and it's actually, is it Aurora that has the ungodly hearts that you
Yeah.
have to
Yeah,
do? Or
yeah,
Vision-
yeah.
Goddess Mons.
Yeah, having to
Enjoy it.
like people all
They're
clown on
ungodly.
Draconis Mons, say that it's horrible, and you know what? It was, but we all had to do it together. And when you see that someone has that, you go, ah, damn, they did it too, right? Like,
They suffered just as I did.
yeah. There's tons of items where this is the case, where there's like one ungodly grind that you have to do. I don't think that everything should be some crazy grind, but when every once in a while having something like that, people just kind of unite together about it. It's like a weird concept.
They are good. Gen 2 are good. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm not saying that every item has to be impossible to get.
But it has to be
However,
some.
and I admit that I am kind of like extreme on this level because what I really like is the competitive element. And if something isn't temporal, in other words, if it doesn't go away, it's not competitive. Like inherently, like it will, you know, eventually you'll get there. Now, obviously, I that has some big downsides to it. I definitely get that. Like for example, I can never go back and get like old achievements in WoW. It's like they're gone. Like they're never coming back ever. In the game because of that. So I recognize that it has downsides, but for me personally, that's worth it. Like it's worth it to have that actual like, oh yeah, this is a actual achievement. Or like our guild, we cleared the most recent tier. We're immortalized on the Blizzard Hall of Fame webpage, right? And that's really cool. Like that's the kind of thing that I'm gonna remember, and I have like a core gaming memory. It's stuff like that. It's not gonna be farming a skin that came out 10 years ago.
Yeah, but and the thing is, like, I think we could just have a little bit of everything. It doesn't have to be. But the
it's
problem
not either or.
It's not. But the problem is that if you do have some things like what you want, people on the other side will freak out and they won't let you because, like, oh well, I want this skin. It's like, no, you have some skins that you can get very easily. I can have some skins that you cannot get easily. We are both respectable players that deserve to be listened to.
Well, the issue there is that you can obviously say that, but the issue is that my preference ultimately does exclude.
Yeah, but their preference excludes yours.
Not
kind
really.
What do you mean?
Because I can still get like the random skins.
But they're useless to you though.
They're useless to me, but I can still get them. That's the position.
Yeah, but the fact that but that prevents you from enjoying the game in the way that you want.
It does, but it's like in a passive way versus an active way.
Yeah, but I don't think it matters.
I
think it's the same.
I mean, I'm kind of devil's advocating here, but because I know what you mean. But I think it is fundamentally different.
I mean, I'll disagree until I can. I'll think more about it.
Debate.
I mean, yeah, I need to think about. I need to think about it more.
Yeah.
But
Sneb
I'll
is
disagree.
one of
I'm
the
gonna
most powerful
disagree.
debaters.
I am
He's
the
won many
debate god.
debates.
There was one debate that I definitely won and embarrassed the other opponent. Yeah, so much so that they had to stop some things that they were doing.
Yeah. You're like, if you post links, we can't see them, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Like, it's not possible for you guys to do any discourse, guys. Like, no discourse can happen. Shrimple as.
I'm not checking on my phone.
So it's just not possible.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna see if I can check on my phone and then make. And
Are you checking what they linked?
I'm gonna try. I'm not sure if I can.
Yeah.
DM this to me, Jester, right now.
Why
DM
didn't
it to me.
Isaac come to Canada and hang out with us? That's crazy. Why
didn't the accent come?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't get why they didn't come. They could have.
You know, if Diaxon hadn't left Guild Wars 2, ArenaNet wouldn't have had to do Guild Wars 3.
Yeah.
Because Guild Wars 2 would be so alive, it would just be not needed.
Yeah. Also, I'm just gonna say we need to start wrapping up soon.
Yeah,
so that
okay,
we
because
can
I
eat
think
and then-
we're going in like 20 minutes, right?
Well, we need to eat and get some other things done, and then
Yeah,
then we're
okay,
gonna go.
yeah. Well, in that case, we can do maybe like one more question.
Yeah.
I think if nobody comes up with a really good one, we'll just do like the game modes one, because like someone did ask about like what game modes.
We'll just talk about that. That's easy.
We can do that. We can do that now, and maybe someone comes up with like a really good question.
I personally think that they need to, if they're going to put some kind of competitive mode in, I don't think they should have multiple competitive modes. So what I mean by this
Ooh.
is, I think that a lot of the balance struggles and the content struggles are because they're trying to do too many things at once in Guild Wars 2. So I think if I had to choose, I would choose one PvP mode essentially, instead of having world versus world and like sort of subcategories within world versus world, and then you have PvP and you have like 3 different kinds of PvP and like all. I know this is like scorched earth, but I'd rather them do one really really well than have a bunch where things are kind of shaky.
So would you take no PP whatsoever in Guild Wars 3 in order to make
Yeah,
PvE incredibly good?
Well, see, I can say yeah, sure, but I know there are people that really like PvP. I would like it if they at least had duels or something. But yeah,
but they don't balance around it.
PvP isn't super important to me anymore. It used to be. Like I have like 6,500 PvP games played in Guild Wars 2. I really like PvP, and in Guild Wars 1 I've always thought PvP was really cool. But yeah, now I don't know. I don't think PvP is really that popular in Guild Wars 2.
I mean, it isn't. Here's the thing that I think is like, I agree with you. Actually, I think it's more important because like Guild Wars 2 already has War vs. World, and it's pretty good, and you know, they're releasing a new Borderland, and who knows what we're gonna do next. But in a lot of ways, I would rather Guild Wars 2 continue being the War vs. World PvP focus more than PvE even, and then Guild Wars 3 can be the PvE one. But I don't think that's ArenaNet. I think ArenaNet wants to do everything, and they are ambitious, and they're gonna be like, no, you know what? We know, but we're gonna make Guild Wars 3 have PvP, and it's gonna be big, and we're gonna learn from our mistakes, and maybe we don't do War vs. World and PvP, but we're gonna do one because that's what we want, even if it maybe costs us some money.
Well, I think the other thing you have to think about is, do they really want to compete with their own game, right? Like, do they want to put World versus World in Guild Wars 3, or
it would just
like
be different though.
Conquest? I mean, yeah, it'll be. I guess it'll be different, but like, how similar do you want to make these games? Like, Guild Wars 1 is fundamentally different than Guild Wars 2 from a PvP competitive mode standpoint. Like, what would you do?
Well,
whoa,
what? Whoa,
oh, whoa,
whoa! What do you mean?
It's a
Whoa!
crazy question.
Oh wow! Do you? Whoa! That's actually, this is a crazy.
It is a
one,
crazy
actually.
question. It
This
is
is
an
a big
insane
one.
question.
Yeah, but okay, on like the well, I'll let you a question. Do I think Alienate, Silver and Shovel at the laziest? No. It's just that we're going to a different area of the world. There's different playable races.
I think they just hate Slavari and Char.
Yeah, they despise Silver and Shovel. But no, like the reality there is we're going to a different place, a different time, a different playable races. Like that's just the way it is.
And also, I'm gonna say it. I don't think they should have, even if they bring Char back, they shouldn't have like the special model because it fucks over so many skins and so many generate so many problems towards developing the game.
Guild Wars 2 has been
cooked.
Turbo hamstrung by having all the playable races for sure. Definitely didn't help. Like all the voice acting, all of like the models, but yeah, back to the game mode thing. And what I think about it, like I think they'll definitely try to stay a bit more focused, right? Like one of the things that you know, came out, there was like a Q&A, right, on the Manaworks subreddit, I think, a very long time ago. And one of the things that some of the ex-ArenaNet devs were like, oh yeah, the game was overscoped. Like Guild Wars 2 was overscoped. They'll definitely keep it way more focused. I can't imagine, this sounds weird, but it is how gamer brains work. If you're releasing a new game, a new MMO, and it doesn't have some kind of PvP, some kind of dungeons, some kind of thing that's a bit like a raid, people are going to go, yep, this is discount, right? Like, it's not a real MMO.
This happened to Guild Wars 2 a little bit with raids.
Kind of did, yeah.
When it launched.
This did happen. Like, because think about it, guys. How many times Guild Wars 2 gamers in the chat. How many times have you guys heard people say, "Oh yeah, Guild Wars 2, I heard that game had no endgame."
Yep.
Guild Wars 2,
Yep.
I heard
Yep.
that game like is just like casual dress-up sim.
Yep.
Right? So you guys see what we're getting at here? Right? Like, if you want to have a really big presence in this space, like with gamers, right, and have like a really big player base, you have to have like a kind of feature complete product, and that probably does involve some kind of PvP. I definitely think Sneb's right though. They would be unwise, in my opinion, to spread themselves too thin, because like this goes back to the moderation thing. I would say that ArenaNet has had a really tough time maintaining the game modes, both community and development-wise. Right? They've really struggled with this.
Yeah.
Like moderation, communicating with the player base, right? And if you add PvP, if you add world versus world, you are committing to maintaining those game modes, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's something that ArenaNet's really struggled with. So, do I think there'll be PvP? I do, yeah. Like some kind of competitive game mode, right? Some kind of
I mean, just like an easy example of this is just like look at PvP right now. It is absolute swamp of filth, and there was this moment where I was like, oh, they might actually be trying to clean the swamp. Like they're gonna come and try to do something about it, and because they announced they're gonna do push, and they were doing the beta for push, and then it's been like nothing, right? Like ever since it's just been kind of over, right? And like there's constant accusations of win trading and constant accusations of throwing and constant moderation issues. It's just it never ends. It's a bit rough.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I agree. But how do there's other games that don't have this issue? For example, PoE has a PvP mode, but nobody cares because it's PoE, dude. It's a PvE game, right? Or Warframe, they put a PvP mode, and nobody ever. Well, I guess some people play it, but like they don't update that. They just have it as a. It's probably just you release it and you never touch it again, and people will complain, but it's gonna be so little that it doesn't matter. So you can do that approach.
Yeah. I don't think anyone would do that though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I know if they put it in, they're gonna keep going.
They're not gonna half-ass it.
They're gonna keep going.
That's not their style.
Yeah, that's
like,
not.
Because like you're right. You can do that and get away with it, I guess. But I think that's very unlikely to actually happen.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So yeah, like I do expect there to be like a good amount of game modes. Probably not to the same extent as as Guild Wars, as Guild Wars 2. Wait, what is this called? Choosing the different time modes entirely is made to intentionally an excuse to alienate Charles. Wait, is this serious? Wait, is this a troll comment? I don't even know if this is a troll.
Okay, somebody's got we need a mod to like look at the entire.
The Charles situation is crazy.
Yeah.
Look.
Wait, no. To be clear, look, like I don't even have to like read minds here. ArenaNet are not looking to alienate Char and Sylvari players. Like,
you can still play Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, they're maintaining. Look, if they wanted to, you'd have a point if they shut down Guild Wars 2, and they're like, actually, I don't want these Char players and Sylvari players like in our community at all. You play Guild Wars 1, you play as a human, and you kill Char, by the way, and you wear their skin.
Yeah,
oh
also,
yeah.
Like, bro, like, don't like. Not everything is about you, bro. Like, just because you're like, just because they didn't get Char in doesn't mean like it's an attack on you personally, on the Char community. They just didn't put him in because they wanted to do something else. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Holy
extreme main character energy.
Dude, wait. I just realized, Sneb. You know what we need to do?
What?
When 3 comes out, we need to frame 1. We need to make a max size Coden, call him the boss.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah. And then you can just role play. So yeah, I fathered 70% of the Coden in Ore.
Oh my gosh.
In all of Ore.
Look at this comment.
Wait, what's the comment?
Oh, you scrolled too fast. It said, "You think it's about me?"
Wait.
Yodi Coyote.
You are.
I'm gonna do what I do with my daughters. You take a deep breath in and out. It's gonna be okay. You can still play Guild Wars 2 and play Char, Sylvari, or Azura. And then hopefully you'll find something you also like in Guild Wars 3.
But I mean, real talk.
And we actually don't even know if they're not going to be in there. We have no idea. So we're not even sure.
I kind of want to maybe go, because I think we have to wrap up in a couple minutes, right? But I do want to take a bit of a serious line there, because actually, Yodi Koda, I think you absolutely have. There are a lot of players who are disappointed that there looks like there aren't going to be Char and there aren't going to be Sylvari there. But think about this from a game design standpoint. like when you add a playable race to a game, you're not committed to add it to every game after that, right? That just wouldn't make any sense. For example, are ArenaNet committed to add, like, say there was Dervish in Guild Wars 1, right? Are they committed to add Dervish forever in like every game? Oh, of course not, right? That's not how it works. And I get you being disappointed, and I hear you. Right, that's 100% fair, but like the part that we're disagreeing with you here isn't actually that it's disappointing that there's no Char and no Sylvari. That's a completely fair position.
Totally
to hold.
valid.
That's completely valid. Like, we have no issue with that. The issue that we have, and that we're kind of playing around with here a little bit, is that you think it was done to personally slight you and other players.
And the arena is lazy for that.
Or to slight the community, because if you're going to be pedantic about the wording, if you think it's to target specifically Sylvari, that's just not. It's just not feasible, and that's why we're playing off of you. And I'm not attacking you personally, by the way. I'm just making fun of that.
Darren does. Darren despises you.
No, I wouldn't say that. I think that, like, it's the same thing for like engineer. Like engineer, 99% chance there's not gonna be engineers in because he's another timeline.
And I'm an engineer main.
But like, it's just things that happen, and
and the game's gonna be different.
It's gonna be a different game.
It's gonna be a different game, and I think that's one of the great things about like ArenaNet continuing to develop Guild Wars 2 is that, like, if you really enjoy that role play, which, by the way, I want to be super clear, that's completely fine. Like, if you really like the lore and the RP behind like Sylvari and Char, you're still gonna have like look, what was it, Guild Wars 2 for like 15 years? Like, it's not going anywhere, right?
Yeah.
With that, and yeah, I do not believe that it was like a personal slight to any of these players. I think it was very much like we're in a different time zone, a different region, and like. I mean, look at the Azura. They're furry. They're different, right?
Yeah, no. I actually think it would be a slight to the story players if they suddenly were like, actually, Char and humans were friends, and like, it would be weird, right? They're going to a different timeline because they want to try something new. It's a new game, and that's okay. Like, it's disappointing. Like, look, I'm an Azura main, and I see furry Azura, and I'm kind of like, wait a second, like, that's a little bit weird.
It is weird,
right? But who knows? It's a totally new game. Instead of being an Azura main, I might become the bear main or whatever.
Yeah. And there is lore to support the whole like Azuran furry thing, because when they went into exactly, because when they went into the tunnels, that's when they lost her. They lost her. And to be fair, it could be they could make a cool story about Char, like. Maybe there was some sort of like alliance between humans and Char, and then humans, they betrayed them or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they became, I don't know, like they could make something of that. Or Sylvari, even Sylvari, like, maybe Sylvari don't exist, but maybe the druids are like the plant people. Or maybe the whole Malik thing happens, and we end up having the story about the other tree. Like, I don't know, there's many possibilities, but yeah.
And it is possible that more playable races do get added.
I think it's very likely.
Right, because there's... Right now, we're looking at 3 that are, quote unquote, confirmed, right? Like with the Codan, obviously humans.
Yeah. And they're not really confirmed. They're just in the.
Yeah, they're video. They're soft confirmed, right? Like because of the teaser and so on. And it is entirely possible they add more. Now, again, like I don't want to get people too overexcited or overhyped potentially, because I think it's fairly obvious from how ArenaNet is approaching 3 in a couple of like the little hints we've seen. They're probably going to try to keep the scope down, because again, that was like a really big problem with 2, I think, just in all aspects, not just playable races, but also in game modes. They'll likely keep the scope a little bit lower, just in general.
Yeah.
But again, maybe the game pops off, they're able to hire more staff, right? The game's blowing up, and that might give them some potential to like have the all of their tools are really good, right? They have like really good workflow, and they're able to make more stuff and potentially add like more playable races that you might enjoy, right? Like maybe ones that we haven't seen before, right?
Yeah, I'm cool with new stuff. Like, look, I really like Char. In fact, one of the first characters I made was a Char. My main name, Snebzor, is on a Char. I immediately made a Char when I logged into Guild Wars 2 for the first time. So will I be like slightly like, oh man, I miss Char? If it's not in there, I'll miss it. But there'll be something new for me to look forward to, and that's the attitude I usually try to take.
Yeah, and I also want to say, like, I really appreciate Yuri saying, like, they apologize for calling it lazy. I think it's not easy to say something like that.
I respect
that.
I really respect that.
Very
and,
base.
Sometimes
you get... we were riffing as well. Like,
of course.
So, I respect that.
Yeah, and, I think... when you're passionate, you can say things like that.
Triple S.
It happens, and we can have a conversation. And I think we have arrived at a good point to understand each other.
Clap in the chat. I think that was good.
I think that's good. That's awesome.
Good.
That's what we want.
We can actually do an actual clap as well.
Oh wait.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. And I think on that note of glorious, reconciliation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I guess we can
mutual
probably start to
respect.
wrap things up a
Yeah.
little bit here, I think.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a tea time.
What a tea time. I mean, I pity the editor who's going to have to try and make some sense of this.
From Guild Wars 2 to Derail to
Yeah,
Guild Wars 2 again.
2 and 3, instant
No.
derail, single serpent. And then we somehow kind of get back over here with some questions. If your question didn't get answered, by the way, if you leave a comment when this goes up on YouTube, I will try to answer it. Maybe the others will.
Yeah.
Second tea time.
And you can always come to I'll be streaming, like Sneb will be streaming over the next couple of days. Like I'm back in the UK on the 18th. So
Yeah.
I'll be
if
streaming
I'm
as well.
not too jet lagged, I might even go live that day. We can talking about the stuff and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that will kind of wrap things up here. We're going to be heading off in just a moment. And yeah, stay tuned. Sweat stained Banff much? Well, the headbands.
I should take my headband that I sweat profusely in through the half marathon and had to
Profusely,
like
you say.
wring out. It was so disgusting. And auction that off so that I can go to Gamescom. There you go.
Yeah.
He was reacting.
And yeah, I guess before I wrap things up, I want to obviously say thank you to everyone for watching. I know this is a bit of a weird tea time, and I know that I would have liked to stream a bit more, but again, there were circumstances that prevented that. Next time, we've learned a lot on doing this trip. We're going to stream way more on the future gatherings or whatever. But I actually want to take a bit of a moment actually to say a massive thank you to our incredible host over here, Sneb, who set all of this up, by the way, did all of the organization for this trip, invited everyone, and is even now hosting us in
This is my
His
basement.
very, very, very nice. And
Yeah.
obviously, I think we also have to give a really big shout out to your lovely wife as well, who
Mrs.
has been
Sneb.
taking care of us, Mrs. Sneb, who's been also helping take
Feeding
care of
us.
and also ran the half marathon.
Yeah, my
Pretty
wife
epic.
ran the
Was
half
among the
marathon.
runners.
Yes, my wife has had 3
Yeah.
knee surgeries on each knee, and she trained and trained, and she finished that half marathon. So that is a huge deal.
Yeah,
I'm very
is.
proud of her, and I think it's very
It was amazing.
noble that she
The whole
did
running
that.
team finished,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, everybody finished.
Yeah, everybody finished.
Everyone popped off. Everyone locked in.
Everyone did it.
Yeah.
We absolutely love to see that. And yeah, I guess with that in mind, we can do. If you guys want to do some outro stuff before we turn the stream off, then do that.
You guys just want to know where I'm at Snebzor on everything, and on Discord, discord.gg/ScaneGang for memes and raiding fun.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm on YouTube and Darens MMO and Darens to Hero, and you can join me there, or on Twitch, Darens with S, and you can ask all the questions. We can talk about them, and probably will be streaming in a few days because, well, we're gonna be out of here.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
More slopping coming.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean, you're already here. You should follow. You should subscribe. You should buy a copy of the game with everyone's referral link, and it's gonna be good. Like there'll be more content to come. Of course, we're gonna be juicing up. There'll be more news, more content to talk about over the next couple of memes. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Do we want to bring it in, boys? Bit of a group
Yeah.
hug at the end. Let's go!
Let's go.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
I think we're kind of looking in the wrong direction, but
Yeah,
whatever.
the camera's
Okay.
there.
Yeah, we were looking at the laughter.
I
right?
was looking at the left. Okay, do it again, but look into the
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah, okay, go on.
Hey.